Three spots down, one more to go. And it's a battle of the Blue Bloods. 1 against 2 in D.C. in our nation's capital for a trip to the Final Four. UConn against Duke. Appreciate all you guys tuning in for this one. My name is cgiulianihpu. If you've never been to one of these streams before, how it works is like this. Fire one on the channel, any questions you might have. I'll be happy to answer anything and everything. Any donation, get a question right away. Otherwise, I just go in the order that I see them. Vote in that poll. Healing wins one UConn or Duke. If you remember, you can show us for other one of the teams with the emojis in the chat. Yes, it is top 5. Yes, it is Terrell. Vegas, of course it's Tortorella. Of course they do Tortorella. Oh my god, how many coaching jobs has he had at this point? Of course they go back to Torts. UConn, Duke, I like it, Mr. Relevant. I like it. Kansas Final Four. I didn't like the way they played with Peterson this year. How's it going, Charles? I appreciate you tuning in. Which happens first, winning a lawsuit or Rockies having a season with less than 100 losses? Yeah, the Fire Cassidy, yep. Joe Brown are one of the best safeties of the 80s. Phenomenal play for the Vikings. Arizona, Michigan be the night game. Arizona, Michigan will be the... If it's UConn, Arizona, Michigan's the night game. If it's Duke, that's the night game. Duke will always go last. If it's UConn, they'll do Illinois, UConn first and Arizona, Michigan second. If it's Duke, they'll do Arizona, Michigan first. Yep, it's the same coaches. 64% you want Duke to win this one. UConn in the blues going right to left. Duke in the whites going left to right. Let's do this thing. Taking the tip here, Reed and Brown. I got to redo the tip. Take 2. Starting lineup, same as always for Duke. Same as it's been this entire tournament for the Blue Devils. Tip here, won by UConn, and we are underway. Same starting 5 as last time for both sides. Caravan, Reed, Mullins, Demery, and Ball, and then Brown, Boozer, Sarr, Evans, and Caden Boozer. Up top now for UConn. They're going right to left. Duke left to right. Up top here, Demery goes to the top of the key for Ball. Ball feeds to the third block on the left side. Spins around. Reed, he's blocked, but fouled. Brown, his first, team's first, and UConn's going to shoot 2 early free throws. You have 500 undefeated teams left. Yep. Yep, Brewers they came back on the White Sox, unfortunately. So Brewers did their thing. Okay, I changed the name now. Yep. U of A, bear down, baby. There you go. That's gonna be a great game. First free throw, got it. Big man Reed at the line. Started the tournament off very well in that game against Furman, 31-27. He had 20 points last game against Michigan State, leading scorer on the team that game. And 2-0 lead. Knock on heaven's door. I'm gonna go Bob Dylan version. That's close. Tortorella equals Doc Rivers. That's a good comparison. Up top here, Evans gives it off at the logo for Sarr. Sarr picking the left side set by Cameron Boozer. Now feeds it to Boozer on the near block. Tries a shot, blocked by Reed. Rebound the play for UConn. Demery gets the board. I'll take it down the near side. Demery now on the right side. Pick set by Reed up top. We'll give it around up top to Mullins. Mullins crossing over here. Pick on the right side, set up high by Reed. Now pick on the left side by Reed off the pick and roll. Not there, so goes left side behind the arc to Demery. Up top, catch and shoot three. Ball, can't get it from the top of the key. Rebound Brown, and Duke will take it down the floor on the far side. And Duke left to right, UConn right to left. The Seth driving inside, stripped away. Evans lost the handle, last touched by Demery, the man who stripped him. So we'll stay with Duke here. Inbound here for Brown. Brown goes up top for Sarr. Pick on the right side, set by Boozer. Off the Cameron Boozer pick, the layup on the near side, on the near block by Sarr. Got it to go. We're tied at 2. Sarr just 2 points last game against St. John's in 26 minutes of action. Duke trailed by double digits in that game. Trailed by double digits at one point in the second half. Came back, they got a steal here. Chance here on the 2-on-1. Sarr gives it off, and now a driving Boozer against the finger roll from the near block. They forced the turnover. Didn't do a lot of that last game against St. John's. Only forced 6 turnovers all game. But a big turnover there, and Boozer gives Duke its first lead early on. Demery goes left side. Caravan 3. Catch and shoot. Misses short rebound the play for Caden Boozer. He'll take it down the near side. Boozer, 2 minutes gone in the first half so far. Boozer gives off on the bounce pass for the second block on the near side. Goes for Cameron Boozer. Double team arrives with Reed. Playing help defense, so kicks out to the far corner for Sarr. Sarr closed down by Ball. Now kicks out to the near side in the corner. Cameron Boozer, 3 ball. Can't get it. Caden Boozer gets the board, though. In the paint, goes up top. Catch and shoot 3 for Evans. Got it. Number 3 for 3. You feels like it should be 5-4 matchup. I'm with you on that one. Isaiah Evans with the 3. He was 4 for 8 behind the arc last game against St. John's. Rest of the team just 1 for 6, but Evans had the hot hand. 25 points, leading scorer on the team that game, and he gets Duke up by 5 early on. On the left side, here's Mullins. 7 straight points for Duke. Posted up here on the left side is Reed. Gets it to the paint. The baby hook. Got it. First field goal for UConn today. All 4 points so far from Reed. You know, when they met in 99 with SpongeBob against Satan, and now it's Satan against Satan. Yep, now they're Blue Bloods. It's a Blue Blood matchup. UCLA will possibly Duke. Yeah, what a crazy run for the women's side. Beating LSU was insane. Caden Boozer, layup on the near block. Fouled. Mullins getting called for that one. He was off balance. Team's first, and Caden Boozer going to line and shoot too. Caden Boozer, 7 points last game against St. John's. Duke last game was not good at the free throw line, just 63%. And we're about 90% the first 2 games of the tournament. Luka, about time he got a 16 technical foul. Yeah, about time. He got one recently. He's not going to get this one. Second, first free throw for Boozer. Got it. Likable champs who became likable after becoming a dynasty. Unlikable 9 on UConn, 15 Warriors, 19 Chiefs. Yep. I'm Patriots. 0-1 Patriots. 80 Islanders, yeah. 0-1 Patriots. That was the Cinderella team. People love the 0-1 Pats. And then obviously things changed. Second one for Boozer. Got it. Yeah, no normal games in the Rays Cardinals series. Nope, every game was like 30 runs. Knocks down both. 9-4 your score. And he's getting the start for Caleb Foster, but he is eligible to play. Foster is able to play today, like he did last game against St. John's. Cameron from the left elbow, kicks out wide on the right side. Can't get it. Demery misses the 3 on the right side, but then a foul on the floor going against Duke, trying to get the board. That'll be their second. When did Duke become a blue blood? I don't know when Duke became a blue blood. I would say UConn. I would say officially, I would say after they won in 23. What point did Pats become unlikable? The second title. Yeah, probably second title. Pull up a jumper there on the left elbow. Got it. Ball. Yeah, I would say probably after 91. Yeah. Definitely by the Leitner time. When they got Leitner, I would say. Yeah, I'd say... I don't know about 2011 for UConn. They're like in that Florida, Louisville, Michigan State tier in 2011. I'd say when Hurley came in. Foul on the floor going against UConn. That'll be their second. Nuggets catch over Lakers for the 3 seed. Yes, I do. I do. Yeah, I think Leitner, after the shot against Kentucky, I would say that was when they became a blue blood. Yeah, but definitely by the 90s. Definitely by the mid-90s. Evans will inbound this ball. Sorry, I can't recall. Inbound underneath by Evans. Will feed it to the free throw line. Feeds it to Ngongbo. Checks it for the first time. Down low. Cameron Boozer blocked from behind. Mullins with the block from behind, but a rebound for Duke. 3 ball on the far side. Got it. So they get the block, but then Duke gets their own board. And 3 ball in the far corner. Got it. 12-6. It could be as early as 72, yeah. Ball on the right side. Guarded up top by Evans. Will go to the top of the key for Caravan. Can give himself to the left elbow to Demery. Demery down low. Reed, he's got 4 points today. Can't get the reverse slam for 6. And Ngongba gets the board. And Caden Boozer will take it down the floor on the near side. Boozer back up top to Ngongba. Down low to Cameron Boozer. In the restricted area. The shot over Caravan. Got it. 8-point lead for Duke early on. A 14-4 run for the Blue Devils the last 4 minutes. Why people hate the Lakers? Because they win a lot. Spurs, I'm not sure people hated them. They liked the way they played. Demery, down low. Reed, layup, misses on the right block. Gets his own board, though. The putback gets the friendly roll on the floater. So Reed gets the offensive board. He's got 6 of the 8 points for UConn today. Averaging 20 and 15 this tournament. Down low now. Cameron Boozer trying to post up. Double team comes up. Feeds out to Caden Boozer. Pump fake. Now floats up inside the paint. Got it. For the pump fake from the elbow. Drove inside. 16-8. Yeah, looking good so far. Duke, a very good start. Now pick on the right side. Demery from the right elbow. Now resets the play. Demery holding it. Gives it off on the left side of Caravan. Caravan feeds it to Reed. Trying to post him on the third block on the left side. Get around Ngongba with the hesitation. The baby hook gets the friendly roll. He's up to 8. Reed's a machine for UConn right now. He's got 80% of the points. For a 20-point game last time, he's got 8 here on 3 for 5 shooting. And that one was a good example. Yeah, everyone loved Jordan for the most part. Sarr, foul on the floor. Reaching on Duke, or UConn, they'll be their third. We go the under 16. Plus, they never repeated. Yeah, the Spurs never repeated. 99, they had never won before. 03, there was the Lakers dynasty. 05, still Lakers dynasty. 07, yeah, there were the villains in 07, but 2014 people hated the Heatles, so. Which when UConn's ball in the bowl who played for UCLA in late 2010s? No. No, Lonzo Ball? No. Solo Ball and Lonzo Ball are no. It's Lonzo, LaMelo, LiAngelo. Those are the 3 Ball brothers. Solo Ball is a very different player. Very different. So we go to the under 16. 16-10 your score. Reed with a great start so far. Right, the free throw differential. Yep. Last game, Duke was plus 12 in points to the paint, but going to be tough this game with Reed, the way he's playing right now, the way he's been playing this entire tournament for that matter. People hate LeBron in 07? No. No, they did not. No, people respect LeBron in 07. Especially after that game against the Pistons. Where just scored like 29 straight. When 07 was the only time the Spurs were the villains, I would say. Lakers ever won an organic title where the top 2 players are both initially drafted by the team. I really is UConn against Philly. Yep. Right, LeBron once took us down to South Beach. That was really when he got hated. Ever won an organic title. Maybe back in Minneapolis. Aviators Storm, yep. Unless this game looks like triple overtime, we're calling that one. You got the emojis in for the Aviators and the Storm. So unless this one goes like triple OT, we're going to be on the call for that one. That game starts at 8 Eastern time. If you like what you see, folks, hit that like button, subscribe. Helps the channel out. Tell us to try to grow this community even more. Guys, but also miss the entire tournament. Obviously, we're live for the Final Four. We're live for the entirety of the Final Four. And the Natty on Monday. So just keep that in mind. Reed with 8 points for UConn so far. At the under 16 mark. Lakers with the Portland said LA, they would never go on Jabbar, Shaq, or LeBron. No, no way. No way. Go Storm. We'll see on that one, checkmate. I think the Storm beat the Aviators, but you don't know. Obviously, we've never seen these teams play. Women's Final Four, I have to see the ticket prices. Problems of the ticket prices right now, last time I checked, were over $600. Now, I don't know if that's going to go down based on when we figure out the final 4 teams, because that's going to come tomorrow. And also now with Arizona in the Final Four, maybe people bought tickets, and now they're going to go up to Indy and watch the Cats play, so I don't know. 3 ball off the inbound. Boozer. Cameron Boozer knocks it down the near side. 19-10. I got that hip clip, yep. You know, UCLA, look good second half. Smith checks it for the first time. Pick on the right side up high. Set by Caravan. 19-10 game. Oh, I'm with you on that one, Cujo, yeah. There was longevity is so impressive. Mullins floats it up from the right side of the baseline. Got it. Just a second bucket by a UConn player today, not named Reed. 19-12. Reed is still out there for UConn for what it's worth. Caden Boozer gives it off up top to Ngangba. Still no signs of Foster. Cameron Boozer driving inside, kicks out to the near corner. Caden Boozer, 12 on the clock. Looks to feed it to Cameron, not there, so goes back up top to Ngangba. Ngangba will try the 3. Reed doesn't close down in time, but the 3 is no good. They let Ngangba try it. Which I don't hate the idea there, seeing as Ngangba's just a 27% three-point shooter. Am I going to call that? Are you going to call? I don't know. Problem with the women's Final Four is there's a foul on the floor going against UConn. That way they're 4th. Is that ESPN does not protect its copyright, so you can watch the games on YouTube for free. Drive inside here. Cameron Boozer. Kicks out near corner. 3 ball. Open. Caden got it. Duke, really good from 3 so far this game. Oh, yeah, LeBron, he was ring chasing. 4 for 6 from 3 is Duke so far on this one. Shot 36% less game against St. John's. Smith gives up a high to Reed. Reed to Caravan. Caravan on the left side. Feeds it to Ross. Ross down low to Reed. Reed trying to post up on Ngangba. No help defense. Reed. No help defense. Will spin around his man with ease. I don't know why there's no help defense. It's up to 10 already. They split clap. It's Torts fact. Torts' desperation move. So reason ESPN selectively protects copyright? I have no idea. Yeah, the bots would win. Yeah, the bots would win. Caden Boozer feeds it down low. Passes tip. Cameron Boozer gets it. Kicks out to the near corner. Sar open for 3. Off the back of the rim and then off the top of the backboard. Out of play. Back to UConn. You got to put help defense. You have to put help defense on Reed. I don't know why they didn't there. I'll get hip clip. Order food. Have to pick it up. Good reason to leave. And now checking in for the first time is Caleb Foster. He gets an ovation from the crowd. Foster came in off the bench last game against St. John's, 11 points. It was his first appearance of the tournament after getting injured in that game against UNC. The offense definitely felt his absence in the first weekend. I think that goes without saying. Almost lost to Siena, then made it a dogfight against TCU for 30 minutes. Smith gives himself on the right side. Now feeds down low. Reed in the restricted area. Layup on the right block. Got it. He's up to 12. He has 75% of the points on 5 for 7 shooting. We could be looking at a great game for Reed potentially. It's early, but this could be something special. Foster. Up top it goes for Brown. Brown picks up his dribble, goes near side for Sar. Sar goes off his foot. Tight defense there by Mullins. As Sar tried to drive, will go back to UConn at the under 12 timeout. But how about the play of Terrace Reed? If UConn's going to win this game, it is going to be because of Reed. The Yummy for attempts, love it. Denver 5-2 in that one, man. At least one Denver team is winning right now. All right. Put another pull-up. Who wins this one? LSU came back for early 7-0 hold to lead 17-10. All right. That is crazy for baseball. That is nuts. No repeat for the Broncos. So right now, UConn take Reed out of the equation. They're 2 for 5 from the field. They're 0 for 3 from 3. Reed's 5 for 7. And he does not have a foul. That's the best part for UConn. Reed has no fouls. If he stays out of foul trouble, you're okay. No fouls so far. I know, she's not another Angel Race. Yep, you're right on that one. Yep. Duke wins setting on the Final Four coaches who made national final before. Yep, Shire. Zimmery the final. Should have made it last year, but then obviously we saw that collapse. That big time collapse there. Yeah, hockey now. Yep. Yeah, I would too, Billy. I would. Doesn't make any sense. Like there's so many retread coaches in the NHL. So many guys where it's just you get 5 different stints. Like, look with Tortorella. Like, what are we even doing here at this point? Like, what are we doing? Minnesota, Duluth, and Michigan last spot in the Frozen Four. All right. 22-16 your score at the under 12. Reed with 12 points. And no fouls. They collapsed Houston, then Houston collapsed Florida. I don't know if Houston was a collapse against Florida. I don't know if that was a collapse. I mean, Florida came back from 4 deficits in that tournament late. Walter Clayton just went sicko mode. I don't know if that was a collapse. What Walter Clayton did, that was back and forth. Houston was in control, then Florida came back. Duke, Houston was collapse. I don't know if Houston, Florida, I would say is a collapse. It is Ray Downhut. You're not wrong there. He's only 36-2, which is nuts. Like, that is super young for a coach. We have our 400 in the chat right now. If you like what we see, that like button, subscribe. We have emojis in the chat if you're a member. And we are calling the UFL game later tonight between Columbus and Orlando. So just keep that in mind. That went over on ESPN. Yeah, Walter Clayton, that was insane. There was like a 2-minute stretch where we just go sicko mode and just make every shot. So much fun to watch. That was a fun Florida team. That was a really fun team to win the Natty. Yeah, Lauren Betts, double-double. Can't handle that. I did see that. New York being allowed to call fouls, replacement refs miss. They should be able to do that, period. Why just with the replacement refs? They should be able to do that, period. If there's a face mask that the refs miss, you should be able to call it. I back it away here. Right, it's not nothing rookie season. 3-ball quick for UConn. They're 0 for 4 from 3 to start. And then last touched on the board by Jaden Ross going back to Duke. So UConn can't buy a 3 right now. 0 for 4 behind the arc. They shot 43% last game against Michigan State. Yeah, Shire could. It's very early. But he's young. And he's with a good program. McFadden won the best college running back careers the last 20 years? Yes. Oh, he was a beast at Arkansas. Oh my God, he was such a beast at Arkansas. Your dad's right. McFadden was dominant with the Razorbacks. Oh man, he was so electric. I saw it with revoking a credential mid-game because they criticized ownership. That just makes you look soft. Canucks are a joking organization right now. Foster up top. It goes to Brown, back up top to Foster. Gives off near side at the elbow to Evans. Evans back up top to Foster. Now Evans. Pick on the right side, set by Boozer. Evans on the near side. Will fade away on the baseline. Line driving in. Evans, who led with 25 last game. He's got 5 to start here. Back to look full time. Mullins. Left elbow goes to Reed. Reed. Smith. I would say the Rays. Left side, 3-ball. Can't get it. Mullins misses that one. Rebound the play for Foster. They're all look full time. And the Jays already did. Cameron Boozer goes out on the far side. Driving inside. Here's Jimenez. Checks it for the first time. Foul on the floor going against UConn. That'll be their 4th. Yeah, Rays would be my pick. Other than that, I really don't know. If there's any I would say need to go back. I mean, Angels, maybe. I'm fine with the Angels look right now. Yeah, I'd say other than the Rays, there's not really any I can think of. Right, not the rainbow. No, not the rainbow. But the green look, yeah. 3 ball on the far side. Misses that one. Rebound the play. Foster tries to get it and does. Tries to feed it down low. Goes off the leg of Ryba, who checks in for the first time for UConn. Now, here's a chance for Duke with Reed out for the moment. Right, don't add double back. No. So Reed's out for the moment. Ryba's in. So a chance for Duke to capitalize. Double team coming 6 out to the near corner. Foster back up top to Evans. Evans trying to drive it down the clock. Feeds it down low on the baseline. Hamenia, bad pass out of bounds. The feed there to Hamenia on the near side on the baseline. I've not gotten a chance to see Haters good yet. I had lunch in between the games. So I've had lunch in between the games. I've not seen Haters good. I will later tonight. Yeah, Aaron Rodgers takes a while to make decisions. Yeah, college basketball eliminator game for the regular season. Oh, that'd be fun. That would be a while, though. If you have like 351 teams, you have 91 days or something like that. Ryba gives himself up top to Smith. Smith kicks it out on the right side to Caravan. Back to Smith, trying to drive inside from the left elbow or the left block. Can't get it. Layup too strong. Rebound the play for Duke. Brown gets the board, pick on the right side, gives himself to Foster. Foster down low to Cameron Boozer. Floater, got it from the near block. UConn just 4 points today without Reed. He's not going to come in on the next dead ball. Demery will come in on the next dead ball for UConn. Without Reed, this team is not anything special today. Smith up top, goes to Caravan. Deep 3 from the logo. Line drive misses short. They're over 5 from 3 to start this game. Get the board, though. Smith, 3 ball on the left side. There you go. Smith knocks it down on the near side. First 3 of the game for UConn. Smith had 3 points in 17 minutes off the bench last game after starting 0 for 6 from 3. UConn finally gets where to go. Now Cameron Boozer drives inside. Loses the handle. It goes off his knee. Caravan with the strip. We'll go back to UConn. Bring with the bullets to cowards. That'll never happen. Dream that last time the NFL tried robo-refs. Oh, man. Couldn't be worse than some of the refs in this league. Couldn't be worse than Adrian Hill's crew. The one team I don't trust come playoff time. Ooh. Raptors, Clippers. Demery feeds it to the left elbow. Ryba down low on the give and go. Finger roll or layup. I say, got it. Demery. 5 straight for UConn. Beautiful with the tour. Needs to go out loose on the way to help UConn. There you go. There you go. UConn coming back. Appreciate you, BW Fuck. Appreciate you, man. It's coming hot today with the views and everything. Appreciate you guys a ton. He's out to the far corner. 3 ball for Duke on the far corner. Can't get it. Misses short. Rebound the play. Goes for UConn. Duke started 4 for 6 from behind the arc. A bit cold ever since. But bad dribbling there. Demery goes off his foot on his own accord. Back to Duke. The layup on the near side. Got it. Hamenia on the fast break. Poor dribbling there by Demery off his foot. Save Connecticut of legal recourse. Be very hard. Very hard. Probably they're never going to get a team again. Ryba. Like, that's the problem. This is their last chance for a team because Boston will just get the next team in that region. Caravan at the top of the key. That one, catch and shoot. Air ball out of bounds. And we'll go back to Duke with 8-16. Better comeback. Bullets or Colt 45s? I think I would like the Colt 45s name. Bullets would be a better comeback. No one really said anything fitting of the Colt 45s. Bullets, at least they were semi-successful under that. They did win a finals under that. The jerseys were cool. Yeah, that would help a lot. Yeah, bets would help a lot. So back on our way here. Boozer. Kaden Boozer. Gave us on the far side of Hamenia. Dumps it down low to Ngangba. Tries to post up here. The hook shot. Got it. 30-21. Still no Reed on the floor. Oh, now Reed is on the floor. So Reed gets on the floor. On the left side now, Demery. Pick on the right side, set up high by Reed. Demery goes back to the top of the key for Ball. Ball tries to 3 off the dribble. Line driving out. Rebound goes for UConn. Stewart looks to feed it for Reed down low. No help defense. Ngangba trying to get him down, but then block. Then the help defense comes. Cameron Boozer with the block. Kaden Boozer gets it. He'll go coast to coast. He's fouled. 2 free throws coming up when we get back. Duke up by 9. They're shooting 2. Big time block there by the potential top 3 pick of the draft this year. Cameron Boozer rejecting Reed on that one. Usually it's the other way around this tournament. Cameron Boozer, tight help defense there, sliding in late. He slapped that away. 2 free throws coming up. Should note, Stewart's on 2 fouls for UConn. No one else more than 1. So just something to keep in mind. If you like what you see, folks, hit that like button, subscribe. It does help us out a ton on the channel. So we try to grow this community even more. The line is available for Michigan, Arizona. Like I said at the start, I said Michigan 1.5. The spread is Michigan minus 1.5. Did I see that? I'm watching the game. I'm literally watching the game. Sped Driv's on the first. Yeah, got to see who they lose. Yeah, see who they protect. Yeah, wreck on the Common Soul history. I'm guessing they just pretend like they were on hiatus, like the Earthquakes and the Browns. That's my guess. Yeah, the Michigan-Arizona line is out. It's 1.5 Michigan. That sounds about right. Sounds very much right on that one. But 30-21, 2 free throws coming up for Caden Boozer. If you like what you see, that like button, subscribe. Duke defeats Stanford 17-14 in softball. Wow. Yeah, Pirates, I saw that, yes. Yeah, that final inning, oh my God. That play in the outfield, man. I thought for sure the Mets were going to tie the game up in the 10th. When that ball got hit to left center, I thought for sure he was coming around to score. I can't believe I didn't. Bonds being 3-0 is sustainable? Fiction. Fiction. What do you mean by sustainable? Like undefeated? Like, obviously not, but... Like, that they could be a good team? I mean, that's fact. That's fact. I mean, like, a good team, that's fact. But if you mean, like, 162-0, 150 a good tiebreaker pick, I always go, like, 150, 160, always somewhere around there. Am I a Mets fan? No, I just watch all the games. I'm a D-backs fan. I'm a Diamondbacks fan, unfortunately. We're 0-3 to start the season. I have D-backs season tickets. No, I have MLB TV, so I watch all the games. I have MLB TV, so I get all the... I watch all the games on my computer. Your son should have the old history? Yep. Oh, you mean it can be good? Yes, fact. Fact on that one. UCF Houston 22-8 in softball. Man. Who wins St. Mary's versus the Mets? With or without Frank the Tank? That changes the equation. St. Mary's only because Frank the Tank gets called for 20 million technicals in the stands, and St. Mary's would just score a ton. GG9 bottom line? Maybe at some point. Maybe at some point. I mean, we kind of have the ticker for that. Yeah, SMU. Yes. He went to Arizona State. Yes, he did. I like the hire for Arizona State. He's from the area. I like the hire. Arizona State needs someone stable. They need someone... He said to get to the tournament. He's from the area. He took St. Mary's from nothing to something. Yeah, tough loss. Yep. All right, 30-21 your score at the under 8. 2 free throws coming up here. And Caden Boozer's going to line. No, that'd be a terrible trade, Dexy. That'd be an awful trade. The most overrated player in the league. Vanderbilt, Tennessee, 16-15. Man, what are they putting in the balls? Oh, man. All right, first free throw. They put in the bats, I should say. Boozer gets the friendly roll off the rim. Tigers and Cubs makes sense. Living in Indiana makes sense. Rockies 130. Fiction. I think fiction on that. Yeah, they could be ranked next year. They could. I think NIT next year for them. Second one. Boozer had 7 points last game. He knocks down both free throws here. Should be much better at the line today than I did last game against St. John's. And it's an 11-point game. Duke, largest lead so far. Demery on the right side gives it off to Mullins. Mullins up top to Reed. Reed off the pick and roll. Bass deflected by Ngongba. Reed turns it over. Now on the near side, it's Cameron Boozer up top. Reset the play with Caden Boozer. Dumps it down low with the second block. On a post up here, Cameron Boozer on the near side. Double team comes high pass to Hamenia. Hamenia gets it, goes to Caden Boozer at the top of the key. Back to Hamenia, fakes the 3. Demery closes down, but then gets by and blocked from behind. Reed with the swat. Hamenia tried the layup on the far side. He is rejected. Reed with the help defense. It was actually Demery who blocked that ball. Brady likes something more than those are the Hicken Simpson. Yeah, I don't think it's happening though. I think it's just ESPN trying to whirl up manufacture some drama. Up top, Ngongba. Off the inbound. Guard up high by Reed. Kicks out to Hameni on the far side. Dumps it down low. Post up, help defense revs. Kicks out to the near corner. Sarr. Open for three. Sarr got it. 14-point game. That's scrappy so far. Oh, fact. Yeah, the Suns are falling off. Yeah, the Suns, they've exceeded expectations here. No, you're fact on that one. Mullins. Up high at the logo. Feeds it to the right elbow for Demery. Demery down low to Reed. Reed with 12 points. He's blocked again by Boozer. Cameron Boozer, for the second time in the last minute, rejects Reed. The last three possessions, Reed shot blocked by Boozer. Reed pass deflected by Ngongba. Reed blocked by Boozer. Will stay with UConn, though. So it goes out of bounds to layup from the right block. Can't get it. And then over the back foul against Reed. Caravan misses the layup on the right block. Reed can't get the board. It's over the back. That's 6 on UConn. Yeah, so far, not great, Cujo. Where they want Eli to be the norm, not the exception. Yep. Oh, I don't think Philly's a surprise. I'm not sold on Philly at all. They're starting to shut down Reed to some extent. Now Duke will take this ball down. 9-0 run for the Blue Devils. Up by 14. Pick up high on the right side, set by Hamenia. Drives inside, out of bounds. A reach-in foul before that, and Cameron Boozer go to line shoot 2. Boozer lost the handle, but they're going to get a reach-in foul on Mullins. 1-1 coming up. Let's go. Duke has to go to Coach Robinson. Appreciate you tuning in. Arizona's best starting pitcher so far? Well, so far in the 3 games played, it'd have to be Erod. And Eduardo Rodriguez looked the best. He looked good in the World Baseball Classic. You know, Erod might be turning a corner. We'll see. I hope he does. But right now, the best starting pitcher is Eduardo Rodriguez. Just based on the first 3 games. It is Ryan Nelson, but based on this small sample size, it's Erod. Second free throw for Boozer, no good. Duke up by 15 as Cameron Boozer goes 1 for 2 that trip. Demery takes it down. Mullins on 2 fouls, so he'll sit for the moment. Demery. Pick on the right side, set by Reed. Gives it off on the left side. Goes to Ross. Ross crossover 16 on the shot clock. Weaving it around. Up top it goes for Mullins. Has to be careful. Pick and roll looking for Reed. Bad pass from Reed's able to get. Spins around his man. Finger roll on the right block. Can't get the putback layup. No good. Demery can't get it. Now Reed, the last 4 possessions have not been good for UConn. He's missed 3 shots and turned it over. They're locking in on Reed. If you can stop Reed, you can stop this UConn team. Driving inside now, Duke from the left block, or the near block. Cameron Boozer, he's rejected by Caravan. Gets the board. Reed, foul. That's his second. And now Reed's on 2. The throwback jerseys are great. I think so too, Hip Clip, yep. I told you at the time, Michigan slight favorite, Arizona scares me. Yeah, I said it was even like a pickup game. It's like 1.5. So Boozer will go to the line shooting 2. Reed, that's 2 on him. So I got Ryan Nelson. Yeah, Ryan Nelson. Well, he's only had 1 start. He was fine in that first start. But again, it's only been 1 start. First free throw good. 16-point game. Reed will check out on 2 fouls. Did not score that shift on the floor. Hurley's not happy. But then again, when is he ever happy? Second free throw for Boozer. Feels like a gymnastics game? Yes, it does. Second one, got it. 38-21. Duke up by 17. Taking it down the right side here is Demery. Feeds it to the right elbow. Catch and shoot for Mullins. Can't get it. Rebound the play. Goes for Sarr. UConn no points the last 4 minutes. Duke potentially running away with things right now. Caden Boozer up top on the far side. Feed it down low. Double team comes. Reach and foul. Cameron Boozer going back to the line for a 1-and-1. That's 9 on UConn. As I say, Duke is pulling away. We're putting it lightly right now. Feels very similar to the earlier between Michigan and Tennessee. Back and forth the first 10 minutes, then a massive run. Put it out of reach. No one wows me there, Jermaine. No one wows me there. Though Charlotte's playing better. Eagles are very good, number one. Yeah, High Point's playing a lot better in lacrosse as of late. They've won their last 4. They're undefeated in A10 play. Rough starts of the season, but they're playing a lot better. Baseball's won 8 straight as well. The Bills partying, yep. Big UConn getting crap kicked in, yep. 39-21. First one, the 1-1 is good. Second one for Boozer. He's got 13 points. Make it 14. 19-point game. Duke on a monster run right now. Thanks to shooting 90% at the line. Ross gives off left side to Smith. Smith pick on the right side, set by Caravan. Smith crossing over up top, gives off on the right side. Ball back to Smith at the top. Pick on the left side up high, set by Caravan. Smith pick on the right side, set by Ryba. Picks up his dribble, goes up top to ball. That pass is deflected. Will stay with UConn with 7 on the shot clock. It might win the A10, yep. Yeah, it was not a good non-conference slate, but they've looked very good in A10 play. Nestler, yes, he does. He did the High Point game. He did the High Point games in Portland. He did the bowling. Only one of the elite games was entertaining? Yeah, I'll give you that. Arizona was decent. Iowa was really good. Iowa, Illinois was fun. Arizona was decent. Caravan. Inbound up top goes to Smith. Smith 5 on the clock. Fakes a 7. Looks to drive inside. From the second block on the right side. Puts it up as the shot clock expires. Fade away, falling down. Tight defense by Boozer. Shot clock violation. Boozer's been a menace today. 2 blocks on Reed. Forces the shot clock violation there. I'd say the latter one. Actually, the latter one. CS should be Final Four. You might have to put Reed back in the game. I know he's on 2 fouls, but you might have to put him back in at this point for UConn. This is getting out of hand quick. Boozer, pick on the right side, set by Ngongba. Boozer trying to drive on the far block. Layup, block from behind. Tight defense by Ryba. Now fast break opportunity here for Ball. Ball reverse lane. He's fouled. He'll shoot 2. And a chance to stop this 5-minute scoring drought. Hamenia getting called for that one. Team's third. LA Kings sarcastic. I'm going to fact at this point. Right. It's ugly right now. Yeah, someone's going to give Cassie a job. Yep. Hamenia getting called for that one on the reverse layup. And Solo Ball. With 12 points last against Michigan State on 2 for 2 shooting from the free throw line. He'll shoot 2 here to stop the drought. He's only got 2 points today. Yeah, it's been a lot. First one got it. Full World Cup team. Oh, yeah, the World Cup team must reach by Tuesday. Yep. Yep, we will know at that point. So the qualifiers will be done. Hamenia checks out, and UConn finally gets a bucket. Second one. Ball knocks it down. 14 or 15. Well, I'm going 15, but that's close. I'm going 15. 40-23. Caden Boozer up high. Will now drive inside on the near block. Layup with the contact. Gets it to go. Good balance. Working on Smith. Back up to 19. Yeah, Sonic's 20 or hiatus. Yep. No surprises there. Yeah, Cubs don't look great. But again, it's early. Smith gives off on the right side to Ross. Ross up top to Ryba. Ryba feeds it down low. High pass, but corralled by Ross. And gives off to Smith. Smith driving the baseline. Layup on the left block. Got it. I should know back December. Yeah, I wish the qualifiers were done before. Like, it's just too short notice. Like 2.5 months before is too short notice for the World Cup in my mind. Ngongba. Up top it goes to Caden Boozer. Boozer from the near elbow. Looks to drive inside. Finger roll while falling down. Got it. Over Smith. He's been muscling on Smith today. Caden Boozer been a menace. 13 points today. On 4 for 4 shooting. Now Smith on the right side. Now at the top of the key. Yeah, I don't like it either, CB. Kicks out to the right side. Catch and shoot 3 for Solo Ball. Way too much off the back of the rim. Rebound falls for Cameron Boozer. The Boozer brothers have been balling today. Caden Boozer up top to Cameron Boozer. Pump fake the 3. Drives by Smith again. Can't get in. Ngongba gets the board. Pass is tipped. Out of bounds. Will stay with Duke with 2:54. Duke can score one in Michigan. They could at this rate. Never trade Cassie. Yeah, the Marlins love that trade. The Marlins are pumped about that one. I can tell you that much. 19-point lead in the Battle of the Blue Bloods for the final spot on the Final Four. We go to the under 4. UConn just 34% shooting. Duke 56% shooting on 5 for 9 from behind the arc. UConn 1 for 10 behind the arc. Reed, Mullins, and Stewart each have 2 fouls for UConn. No one's got more than 1 for the Blue Devils. 44-25 your score. Duke made it to the Final Four last year with John Shire in a good spot to go back-to-back. How is Belgium compared to other European teams? They're pretty good. They're like top 10 in the world. Now, granted, our first half was pretty even. Second half was MLS guys. We made 11 subs. Made all our subs, and all the MLS guys sucked. You can't have MLS guys on the team. You just can't. You Hank Nichols, yep, 90. I pick a correct guy to follow legendary coach. Yep, they nailed it with Shire. Though I think, to be fair, Coach K, we knew Coach K was retiring for a while. We knew this was his farewell tour, so they had a whole plan for succession. UNC, Williams came out of nowhere. I remember where I was when I got the news that Roy Williams, we thought it was an April Fool's joke because it happened on April 1st. Knights hiring Torts in NFL terms? Man. In NFL terms, I would say... Jets hire Pete Carroll. The Jets hiring Pete Carroll. That'll be my thing, yeah. Jets hiring Pete Carroll. Like in 2026. Yeah, McCarthy's a good pick. I was going to say, just in terms of like how many stints they had, I was going to say if the Jets hired Pete Carroll this year, they fired Glenn and hired Pete Carroll. Down with the two, both games in BTA today. So far, yep. So far, it's not been a great slate. Not been a great slate. That's why more teams are getting into our sames. Exactly. Final Four sames that limits who can host. But now Nashville's going to be in the rotation. I figure Vegas, Denver at some point. Chicago will be. KC, yeah. So. Makes the ticket prices good too. Yeah, Bills should have gotten indoors, especially because it was publicly funded. Like, Bills was publicly funded, and it changes none of the problems. It's still in the middle of nowhere, and still outdoors. So it still hosts the same number of events. You know, Bills, you got screwed. Who else up to Basketball Hall of Fame in the Final Four? I don't know. I don't know who's up for eligibility. Yeah, games stay below. Yeah, the games stay are not great. The game is past Pete Carroll by this point. Oh, by far. Oh, yeah. Pete Carroll should never get a job again. No. TurboTax commercial with the lyric roughly 30%. You're in the 63%. Oh, man. Gonna touch a little grass. Good luck streaming. All good. All good. There's no grass out in Arizona. Indoor, Buffalo gets Final Four? No, I don't think so. I'm not sure they have enough hotels, necessarily. My classic Bills, same as Green Bay. But Green Bay's a little bit different, because Green Bay, it's always been that way. It's not like it's like an old state, or it's not like they're building a new stadium that's publicly funded by New York taxpayers, who most of them don't even live anywhere near Buffalo or not Bills fans. I don't know what kind of selling would have that. Yep. I like more options, yeah, although I'm jealous. I mean, I don't like it because as someone in Phoenix, because we were in the rotation a lot. Back it away here. UConn. Smith up high. Gives off to Ryba. Still no read on 2 fouls. Ball. Kicks it out. Caravan fakes the 3. Drives inside. Caravan. Layup. Blocked by Ngongba. Duke blocking everything right now. They had 5 blocks last game against St. John's. They're picking it right where they left off. Oh, yeah, Nashville's going to get. Yeah. Nashville's going to get. I have self a Frozen 4, yep. Rockies ever replace Coors Field? No, I don't think so. Be very surprised. Ross, pump fake here. Goes to the right side for Ball. Ball from the right elbow. Pulls up. Blocked again. Another block by Duke. Sarr kicks it out. Fakes the 3. Evans for 3. Line drive too much. On the far side, Ross gets the board. And Smith will take it down the left side with 2:12. You know, Coors is going to be, it's timeless. Coors has that timeless feel. Caravan on the left elbow, goes up top for Smith. Smith, 3 ball on the left side. That one too wide, and UConn just 1 for 11 from 3 today. Ngongba gets the board, and slowing down the play is Evans. He'll give it off in the backcourt, and Foster will take it down. Can't change the temperature layers. So for hot or cold? Hot. Ngongba, definitely hot. If you had humidity, I go cold, but I prefer hot. Spins, double team comes, Boozer up top. Sar fakes the 3, drives, fouled. He'll shoot 2. Jaden Ross getting called for that one. Team's 10th. Yeah, I'll start hitting those 3s. You gotta start soon. Sar, first one. Circles out, no good. They're 9 for 11 at the line. Of course, third most iconic stadium in the NL. Oh, third most iconic? Well, obviously Wrigley. I was going to say Oracle, Wrigley. I mean, Dodgers iconic. Not saying it's good, but it's iconic. Second one also no good. Sar over 2 that trip. Right, Miami, you don't think I do Arizona Heat? Yep. No, it's not humid, but 110 is miserable either way. Yeah, once you get to 110, you feel it. 10 pound sand? I don't know what you tell him. Touch a cactus. On the left side, Smith. Pick on the right side, set up high by Caravan. Smith. Feeds it to the right elbow for Reed, who's back in on 2 fouls. Reed back up top to Smith. Pump fake, driving inside. Floater, got it from the second block. And Wrigley, Dodger, Oracle, Coors, PNC as well. PNC and Bush. We're not talking about best teams, we're talking about iconic. Bush is more iconic. PNC is iconic as well. The wreck town, the history of the fire? I don't even think anyone remembers the fire back in the early 2000s. Timeout on the floor, 53 seconds. A 17-point game. Now, Coors is great, but in terms of iconic, Bush and PNC are probably above it. Right? Obviously, Wrigley's above it. Oracle's above it. Dodgers above it. I said Oracle in that one. I think PNC and Bush are above it in terms of iconic. So I'd probably put Coors at 6. Let's go, Miles. Appreciate you tuning in. Petco's close, but I'd say no. Chase definitely not. American Family Heritage, whatever they're called, the Brewers Park now. No. Great American, no. City, no. Citizens Bank, no. Nationals, no. Marlins, definitely not. And then the Braves New Stadium, no. Truist, no. I love that, Keller. Yep, I do love that. Maybe the New Bush, yep. Petco? No, I never forget Petco. We're not talking about best team. We're talking about most iconic. Like, I don't think Yankee Stadium is a good stadium, but it's iconic. Globe Life Field? No. Two summers ago. Right, we're talking, Camden's iconic. Right, today's Palm Sunday, yep. Right, we're just talking NL. Remember 2 summers ago we had a day that was 95 and very humid? No, Petco's not iconic, no. And then another day was 100 degrees Celsius, less humid. 100 day felt better than 95. Yep, humidity sucks. Dry heat's fine. Fire been using their team reborn. It's good to be back. I'll say the retcon that. So I don't know if anyone had like any ties to the Fire. They didn't draw great numbers. Yeah, Dodgers iconic. Yeah, it's not a good stadium, but it's iconic. Caravan right now, no rebounds, no points, over 5 shooting. Yeah, Caravan has not played well today. How is Oracle iconic? The Cove. The Barry Bonds homers there. A lot of it just its location on the water. Yankees iconic, not the new one. I mean, it definitely is not the same as the old one, but you still have, I mean, the entrance, the grand entrance with the pillars. You have Monument Park. You have the bleachers. You have the awning. Valve for the Yankees say stuff like we've been here 300 years. Same being rebuilt, reset the clock. You build a new stadium, that's it. You build a new stadium, the clock gets reset. Right, New Bush is nice. Your buddy McBoatface, same McCovey Cove. Yep. That's actually named after a player, though. McCovey's named after a person. It's not Covey Cove. The Coke bottle and the giant glove, yep. Best food? Well, I don't know about best food. I know, like, in terms of... I don't know about baseball stadiums of food. Haven't been to enough. I will say UBS Arena has the best food for NHL. That arena is beautiful. Right, they could wreck on the Detroit Shock. They could. Found the floor on the inbound. Foster getting called for that one. Been to the current Bush? Yes, I went in 2011. Saw a series against the Rockies, oddly enough. August 2011. It was a gorgeous stadium. I've not gone since I did Ballpark Village. My sister has, though, oddly enough. My sister's been to the new Bush recently and seen Ballpark Village because she went to a Luke Combs concert. They're going to review this for a flagrant, meanwhile. And 1954 taking place at the same stage. Should that continue? Yes, it should. So you just get a whole basketball week in that same city? I think it should. Total Emily rankings would be Wrigley, then Fenway, then Camden, then Oracle. I don't hate that. I've never been to Fenway. You know, it's crazy. Growing up in New York, I've never been to Fenway. I've never been to Boston. I've never even been to Boston. Like, I've been to Foxborough. Never been to Boston. Worst Elite Eight ever? I mean, it's not good. Illinois, Iowa was pretty good, though. So there been an Elite Eight with, like, no good games? We need one with, like, no good games. Will Danny win another one with us? We'll see. On the women's side, I think it's UConn against the Field. City Field and their pizza. Yeah, City Field's got good food. City Field's got pretty good food. Yeah, I want to visit Fenway, too. So they're reviewing for a flagrant on Foster. UConn without Reed, yeah. They shut down Reed after the first time out. Just a common foul. Yeah, MS3 is more iconic. Yeah, easily. Philadelphia? Yes, I have. Yes. Yes, someone become the comments again. Yep. Up top here, Smith. Feeds it up top to Ryba. Ryba gives it off on the right side of Mullins. Mullins behind the arc. Double team comes with Ngongba. Goes back up top to Smith. Smith kicks out to the left side. Ross pump fake. Now goes up top to Smith. 5 on the clock. Smith crossing over here. Got to get rid of it. Feeds it down low in the third block. The floater. Ryba gets it. 15-point game. UBS beats as fire. Yes, it is. Yes, Sunday going to become the comics. Shot clock turned off. Last time I went to Bush was 2013. Yeah, that's more recently than me. Foster holds it at half court. 10 on the clock. He tore BU, so it was right close to Fenway. Oh, man. He saw the outside, at least. At the free throw line, it goes to Ngongba. Ngongba. 3 on the clock. Ngongba has to try a 3. Guarded by Ryba. Misses short. And UConn trails by 15 at the halftime break. Philly fans are passionate. Philly fans are very passionate. I wouldn't say that. Northeast fans are extremely passionate. I think to outsiders it's a little bit different. To outsiders, it's very different because, like, New York, Philly, Boston are all very similar, where they're very passionate about their teams. Like, it's a whole different culture compared to out in Phoenix. Very different culture. D2, D3 final the same weekend? Yes, I should. All right, let me see what I missed in the chat. Let me see what I missed. All right, let me put the poll up. All right, because there were some questions in the chat. Did I drive to Foxborough? We're going to a Jags-Pats game. Yep, it was 2017. I went to the preseason game between the Jags and the Pats. We drove up to Foxborough, 4-hour drive. Truly in the middle of nowhere. Foxborough is truly in the middle of nowhere. But Patriot Place is gorgeous. Patriot Place is awesome. But the Jaguars played the Patriots week 1 preseason 2017. Jags won. Keelan Cole, 97-yard touchdown. That was the moment I knew Keelan Cole was going to be a stud. And he was. He was really good with us. Miami fans, yeah, to some extent. I would go digit just for Gilbert Gottfried. No bars and Boston, only pubs, yep. Went to Mets games, young Cardinals fan, yep. Oh, yeah, Mets fans are ruthless. Those cultures of Eagles relocate to Arizona? Oh, man. Yeah, Arizona fans are very laid back. For the most part. Stay at the hotel there? Yep. We stayed at the hotel. We drove up on Wednesday night. The game was on a Thursday. And then we drove back Friday. Yeah, the Renaissance? Yeah. Gorgeous. Patriot Place is awesome. Patriot Place. It's in the middle of nowhere, but it's awesome. Yep. Still do the whole recap during regionals? Yeah, they did the road to the Final Four. They did road to the Final Four earlier today. And they'll probably do it again. Yeah, they did road to the Final Four. And they do cut the nets at the Elite Eight. They did cut the nets. So, Digit's voice, it's like trying to be Gilbert Gottfried, but it's not. You almost kind of wish it was something else. Yeah, how cold it is and how passionate the fans are? Absolutely. I think, too, like, with how east you are versus... Well, I mean, Chicago, Green Bay, same thing. How east you are versus west, because west is a lot of transplants and it's a lot of newer teams. But I get it, too, because there's nothing else to do during the wintertime, especially. Your entertainment dollars is more spread out here. Well, I didn't see that, Mr. Irvine. I did not see that. But 06 NFC Championship, yep. Watch halftime, see if Kenny Smith mentions any players besides Boozer. Well, he named a player that's not on the team. You know, Foxborough was pretty far away. Yeah. God bless the people at the World Cup. Can you imagine? Oh my God. I feel so bad for the people at the World Cup. Imagine being a European traveling to the U.S. for the World Cup. And you're like, oh, I'm going to see some games in Boston. And then you find out it's in Foxborough. If you're okay, that's probably like a suburb of Boston, like London, whatnot. It's going to be okay. We could just take public transportation and whatnot. And no, it is not anything like that. Yeah, they're going to be a rude awakening. Going to be a rude awakening for people coming in, watching the games in Boston at the World Cup. It's like, oh, yeah, this is not Boston at all. I'm not even close. We're trying to come up with a plot for a story about a boy navigating 6 years with some memories being those of what I experienced. So a 51 title and the chapter in the title is 28-3. That's great. That's great. Is Sox replace the Seahawks at Seattle's primary team? No, I doubt it. No, that's a football city. Right, they're not going to have big time. Well, the Superdome, you have to remember, the Superdome, the turf was bad at it. Right, but will the public transportation be good? Because it wasn't good for the last friendly they had. The last friendly that took place a couple of days ago was not good. Like, Uber's going to make a killing there. Of all the ballparks I've not visited, what do I want to visit the most? Oh, man. Either Wrigley or Fenway or Coors. I would say Wrigley, Fenway, or Coors would be my 3. But at Fenway, I got to go at some point. I got to be at Fenway. GG's Duke. Yep, Duke, Michigan for the Natty. Could be. Yeah, right now the spread for Michigan, Arizona, like I said, is 1.5 in favor of Michigan. Yeah, the line for South Station was outside the door. Yep. The public transportation, I don't think they're ready. I don't think anyone in Europe realizes... Is there a rail? No. 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 No rail. You can attest? Yep. Wait, I didn't see it. Okay, wait. Trains, let's see. Okay, wait. There is a train. I don't... Okay, where's the train station at? Hang on. It's going to be a rail station. Okay. Hang on. Because I didn't see this when I was at Patriot Place. Unless I just didn't know where to go. Okay. Go to World Cup games? No. If they were in Phoenix, I would. Tickets are insane. Yeah, they are offering it for... Okay. Okay, maybe it was just out of the way, and I didn't see it. Yeah, Samson should make it. Yeah, Few should make it as well. 96 women's team, I like that. So far away from downtown because Texas is so big. Yeah, it's like Phoenix. People don't realize, like, Glendale's, like, close to here, but there's no public transportation besides a bus. Some boosters in, but nobody else. Shocker. Right, New Orleans, they don't really... Like, everything's pretty downtown from what I know. The same to our Fenway? I gotta go at some point. South Station rather commuter rail all the way to Foxborough Station route said Gillette. Good to know. Did not know that. That's why I take the car to Boston on public transit wherever I go. Yeah, I don't think Europeans are ready for... Okay, they're going to raise the price. Yeah, Uber train price is going to be through the roof. I don't think Europeans are ready for the fact that, oh, you're doing the World Cup final in New York. New York City, that's awesome. Yeah, it's in New Jersey. How do we get there? Oh, good luck. You're doing it in Boston. No, it's in Foxborough. Okay, that's not too far. How do we get there? Good luck. LA, you're doing it at SoFi Stadium, Los Angeles. All right. It's in Inglewood. Okay, well, how do we get there? Yeah, good luck. 56-19 Sacramento. Wow. Oh, yeah, the record. Oh, yeah, Sacramento's record. Yeah. No, it's bad. They're the worst team in the NBA. They suck. Oh, yeah, I would do that 100%. 100% I would do that. Red team right field for first ball ever hit there. From home plate doesn't look that far, but then you go and it looks like it's in Worcester. There's a marker for the longest ball hit at Chase Field, and it's like 520 feet. It's in the upper deck in right field. I'm like, how did someone hit the ball that far? Guaranteed to ball. Some sites guaranteed to get USA, Argentina, England, Brazil, France, big draw teams. So it was completely random where the sites were. Completely random. Now what they're doing is that they're keeping it very geographically compact. Keeping it very geographically compact, so USA stays on the West Coast until they get to like the quarterfinals, which they're not going to make it because they suck. But there's some regions that yeah, Worcester, yeah, they're really good, and some regions that are not. Right? They assign stadiums before. They assign everything before. We're posting Jersey game Philly or Pittsburgh. Dome will ever host Final Four again? No, too outdated. Way too outdated. But Long Beach and LA, then again, NFL bus drivers could tell the difference. That's true. Worcester. It's not Worcester. I thought it was Worcester. Maybe I think of a different city. Worcester. Go to Brazil, Morocco, have a great time. Have a great time with that one. You know, Kansas City, it's a good soccer city, but yeah, that stadium is also like out in the middle of nowhere. Arrowhead is nowhere near downtown. My favorite, by far, my favorite match of the World Cup by far, without a doubt, is FIFA decided before... Oh, do you have a game? No, because we're doing Orlando against Columbus. But after that, we should be doing OT. After that, we should be doing OT. Yeah, but they're probably going to lose to our weakest team in a minute, yeah. Oh, you're on, Prince. You're good. Any ideal goes through, it's going to be closer from Chicago to Hammond than San Fran and Santa Clara, which is nuts to think about. So here's the funny thing, Cujo. The funny thing about that, Brazil, Germany 2014, one of the funniest games of all time. So they pre-assigned the stadiums without knowing the teams. So they pre-assigned everything without knowing the teams. So they pre-assigned, they're doing a... Right, it's normal now, but not in Europe. So people are going to be in for a rude awakening. I bet I'll know how Clip, yeah. Yeah, way too young there. But Duke always had a Plumlee. Yep, now they always have a booster. So long story short, they pre-assigned the stadiums before they go with the teams. And they assigned Lumen Field is hosting games in Seattle. Lumen Field's hosting games in Seattle. And one of the games will be a game celebrating Pride. LGBTQ, Pride and all that. Which, okay. No problem with that. So there's one game that's going to be a Pride game. And again, stadium, we don't know the teams. They drew the teams, and the game that is the Pride game, I kid you not, is Egypt against Iran. Which is like, oh... Of all the games, that's the Pride game. Tells you gets Riddick's Kit Man. Like, of all the games. Yeah, literally, Egypt against Iran. Yep. Literally. It's Egypt against Iran. I'm not even making that up. I'm not even making that up. I am not even making that up. It was... They assigned... They haven't backed out yet. They assigned the match before they knew the teams, and it was going to be... And then they drew it. It's Egypt against Iran. So, like... Good luck with that! John's doing that to our Bulls, Rangers, Yankees, Marlins. They had a big time comeback in the sweep in the guards. So, like... Yeah, that's Sicko special. Yep. Sorry, no backseats. It's like, by God. Yeah, Yankees with the sweep. Only allow one run. It's like, man. Yeah, Grateful Dead, they play a lot at Citi Field. Yeah, no, I've never seen Grateful Dead, but I know a lot of people that have. Yeah, that'd be a good, if they get bets at 4, that'd be really good. Yeah, I ran around so far away. I hope it stays. That's like, I mean, so that's what I mean, when, like, they don't know the teams before. They assign them, they draw the teams, they do everything before, then they draw the teams, so no one knows. And yeah, that happened. The only ones you know beforehand are the host nation. So USA, we knew where they were playing beforehand because of the host nation. Canada, Mexico, same thing. But every other team, completely random. So you know, like, Group C will get a game at this stadium, but you don't know what 2 teams. Who will the spot go to? Probably Italy, because they'd be the highest ranked team that wouldn't qualify. If Italy loses on Tuesday. Play that instead of the national anthem. I mean, like, of all the matches it could be, a dumb decision. It's a dumb decision on FIFA's part to not know. I mean, I get why it's Seattle, but like to not. You probably should have the teams decided before you do that, just in case something like that happens. Every game of the World Cup, we'll do most of them. We're definitely gonna do most of them. Are they still playing? We have no idea. Haven't backed out yet, but they might. We have no idea. In case it gets messy, yep. That'll be entirely Argentina fans. Yeah, that's incredible, yep. Yeah, for the whole opening series, yep. Yeah, Marlins with the sweep, yep. And big comeback win today. Yeah, Cassie looks good. Cassie looks really good. Yeah, decision on the replacement rests entirely at sole discretion, so a highest bidder. Yeah, Italy can't go 3 straight years without missing. That'd be a good trade, Dexy. That'd be a very good trade. I should have been San Fran, but yeah. Either way, it's just... Yeah, Seattle's Bosnia and Qatar playing there too. Group of death. I could do that in Qatar. No, they could not. Why is Arizona getting games? Were they in the running? They were, but... Probably just lack of hotels. I don't know. Probably lack of hotels. Yeah, they could, Nick. They definitely could. They definitely could. Like, there's like 108 matches this World Cup, and of all the matches, that's the one. That just happened by random draw. It's like, okay. You really thought that one out, FIFA. You really thought that one out. It's like something the Onion would come up with. Literally something the Onion would come up with. I think probably because lack of public transportation. It's a pain in the butt to get to Glendale. State Farm is same. It's a pain in the butt to get there. If we even let them play in here, I don't even know. Booster Lemborg rematch, that'd be nice. You looks like they have a prop, literally. I haven't had it yet. Never leave anything to chance. Nope, never leave anything to chance. Sepp Blatter never left, just went to hiding. At least Blatter, as bad as he was, gave representation to the smaller Caribbean nations. Gianni Infantino is just awful. It's not that hard to find for downtown Phoenix. There's no public transportation, though. There's no light rail. There's no light rail system. And it's hard to get there. It's hard to get to State Farm Stadium. If you don't know what you're doing, it's hard to get there. Any soccer matches for the World Cup? We might be. I think we should be doing maybe Champions League final. We should be doing that. Giants for the tour. Appreciate you, man. Bears, Giants, A's. Yeah, D-backs, the bullpen sucks. A's getting swept. Giants, 1 run. You have Vitello, not great. And Red Sox. Yep, with you on that one. Remember, it's not like it's far to get there. The problem is that there's no public transportation. And it's hard to get there. In terms of... It's a lot of, like, side roads. You'd be surprised how many side roads you have to go on. Right side, yeah. Championship final? Maybe. We'll see on that. I think we should be able to do that. Lakers, Houston? I'd probably take the Lakers in that one. What is Steph doing? Besides firing Vitello? Probably replacing every batter in the Giants lineup. You know, Bugs is really good. At least Sepp Blatter, as bad as he was, never had a today I feel moment. You ever see that? Before the World Cup in 2022, He was proud of the World Cup and that was about to start in Qatar. And he gave the most bizarre press conference ever. Like, legitimately, like, the most bizarre press conference of all time. I'll link it if you want to see it. At least Sepp Blatter never had one of these moments. Chance to score? I might. Rockets Giants, tanks to a starting May, yes. Backyard basketball? I've not seen that, but let's go. Oh, man. I didn't even know backyard basketball. I played backyard baseball and football. Never played basketball. I got you on that one, Sports Talk, yep. Like, he literally had a press conference. Like, the commissioner of FIFA had a press conference. Gianni Infantino had a press conference where he said, right, that also is true. He said, like, before the start of the World Cup in Qatar, today I feel Qatari. Today I feel Arabic. Today I feel African. Today I feel gay. Today I feel disabled. Today I feel like a migrant worker. Today I feel like a woman. I'm not making this up. Like, he actually said this. Yeah, it might be the best press conference of all time. It might be. Oh, yeah, baseball. Okay, that was sports. I was just saying, I don't know. I never played backyard basketball. I didn't know there was a thing. Drinking Tang first by LeBron. Like, the Today I Feel press conference is truly... Oh, no, the best in backyard football was Keisha. Keisha was just baby Gronk. Keisha was baby Gronk. Pablo Sanchez was good in backyard football, but the best in baseball, the best in football was Keisha Phillips. She was Gronkowski. You know what got the best matchups? Yeah, they get those teams plus get the final. It was like Brandon Bean's introductory meeting for the Bills, yeah. Athlete and legendary major performance on their birthday. Ooh. Oh, I don't know. I think someone threw a no-hitter on their birthday one time. Right, exactly, Sports Talk, yep. Yeah, San Fran, not great, like, in terms of TV. Or attendance. I think that's about, yeah, I think you're right on that one. Yeah, George Mullen threw a no-hitter on his birthday. George Mullen for the Tigers. Yeah, press conference did not move me to tears, no. Well, I was crying tears of, like, laughter. Like, when that press conference moved me to tears, just not the tears I think he was going for. Sounds like closer for the original game. Nice. Yeah, just not the tears that I think he was going for. I'll put it that way. Oh, man. God bless FIFA. God bless FIFA. That was a fun little halftime thing we went on. Oh, someone told his ACL on his 40th birthday in the UFC. Oh, that sucks. That sucks. Another Asian team would join? I don't know. I think it's going to go to the highest remaining team, or highest team that doesn't qualify, which would be Italy. Home run derby game? Oh, nice. Is that a Shine Twain song? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. As long as you don't go microtransaction ultimate team route, I'm okay with that. So once you go ultimate team, then you don't make a good game. No, I'm not lying. No, I was not kidding. I would not make that up. I would not make that up. I linked the article, too. I linked the ESPN article. Yeah, Clippers, they're going to get back to 500. They're going to finish above 500 this season. Yeah, Lou was right on that one. Yep. We might have to do that. We might have to do a Cujo. All right, we're going to get back on our way here. 44-29 your score. 82% you right on Duke to hold on to this lead. UConn just 1 for 11 from 3 that half. Reed on 2 fouls. It might go highest ranked Asian team. I don't know. We have to first see if they drop out. We have to see if Italy makes it. If Italy doesn't make it, it will go to Italy. All right, the video game, yeah. Well, it used to be. The World Cup game was incredible. The 2010 World Cup game is one of my favorite games of all time. Then they butchered it afterwards. Demery to Reed up top. Back on the way here. UConn going left to right. Duke right to left. Reed gives off up top to Mullen. Sets the pick back to Reed on the pick and roll. Spins around. Kicks out to the far corner. 3-ball. Demery open. Can't get it. They're 1 for 12 from 3. And Sarr gets the board. they replaced with a rock, that'd be the funniest timeline. Sar, give us off on the right side to Evans. Evans up top to Brown. Brown weaving in around to Boozer. Boozer from the right elbow goes up top. Cameron Boozer drives inside, blocked. Loses the handle at the left block, trying to get it back, falling for the ball, gets it. Held ball, tie up, possession arrow remains with Duke with 8 on the shot clock. Grant Wall, he was very outspoken about it, but no, it was natural causes. We thought there was foul play, but no, it was natural causes. It was really odd. Yeah, Grant Wall's an absolute legend. Yeah, it was natural causes. His heart just gave out. Layup here off the inbound on the right side, got it. Because they investigated the death too. The USA investigated and they found nothing wrong. Because I think like his wife was working in Biden's cabinet, so it's like it was like government tied to it. So even with that, they found like there was nothing. It was just like really unfortunate timing. Yeah, I don't think PS was always better. That was a bit clunky. And the licensing thing did not help. First foul on Duke. Patino to do with St. John's? I have not seen that, but that does not surprise me if it's true. Does not surprise me at all. 3-ball here for UConn. That one too strong. Ball misses 1 for 13 from 3. But Reed gets the board. Layup gets it. No, he was a guy. No, he... he had a wife, yeah. His wife worked in Biden's cabinet, so that was the thing. Driving inside here, offensive foul going against Duke. That'll be their second. Could we be the most dangerous team in the playoffs? I don't know, most dangerous team in the playoffs. Not when the Thunder exist. No, he was not. No, he was just very, very much an advocate for it. Right, yeah. Yes, they are, CB. Yep. Yes, they are. Yeah, I think it was aneurysm. Yep, I think it was aneurysm. On the near side, Reed goes to Demery. Demery tries to feed down low to Reed. Reach and foul. They're going against Brown. Team's third already. Duke, Illinois, Michigan, Arizona, 5-4. Although right now, UConn, they're only down 15. Still plenty of time. Steve Gravel led 212 times? That's like 7 straight months. That's incredible. Oh my God, you must be a real deadhead. That's incredible. Minus 19 run differential. That's not good. Hurley's play sheet is... it's nuts. He's psycho. In a good way. Demery kicks out to the far side. Mullins drives inside. Finger roll from the far block. Can't get it. Caden Boozer gets the board. Takes it down the near side. Caden Boozer. Pick on the right. Set up high. Set by Cameron Boozer. Driving inside on the right block. Loses the handle. Caravan going to get called for the foul though on the shot, so he'll shoot 2. So Caden Boozer were 13 in the first half. Moody Blues 18 times. They're good. 212 Grateful Dead concerts. That is incredible. I think the most, I didn't even know the most I've seen from like any artist. Probably like 5. First one's good. I think Jonas Brothers is probably the most I've seen. It's like 5. Oh, team knock on the best team? Oh, I got that. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. Yep. Every weekend for 4 consecutive years. Yep. Yeah, that's going to be a big problem. That could be a problem, Cujo. Could be a big one. Boozer up to 14. Chance here at the line for 15, and he gets it. Duke up by 17 points. Demery takes it down the near side. Demery gives it off behind the arc. Ball back up top. Caravan swings out wide on the far side to Mullins. Mullins, Demery back up top to Reed. Caravan. Mullins fakes the catch and shoot on the far side, trying to get around Evans. Baseline jumper on the far side. Got it. 48-33. Back down to 15. Mullins started just 1 for 5. Gets the one to go, though. Boozer gives it off to Sar on the left side. Feeds it to Cameron Boozer down low on the second block. Help defense arrives. Feeds it to Caden Boozer. Alley-oop from the second block. And Ngongba gets it. I know, soccer fans, yeah, hooligans can be insane. So, 4 times opening act? Oh, wow. Demery. Pick-off ball set by Reed. Tried for Caravan open, not there. And now they will get a defensive foul, blocking foul on Duke. On the second off-ball screen by Reed. Team's 4th. 5th time headline at Tesco Arena. No, in the 80s it was terrible. Oh my god, in the 80s it was just atrocious. Ball out of bounds. We'll stay with UConn here. Yeah, England got banned from like international competition. Like the clubs got banned for 5 years. So how bad it was. Inbound to the far side. Baseline jumper. Got him while falling down. And 1. It's 5 on Duke. Mullins gets it to go. Duke's already committed more fouls this half than they had all of last half. Checking in first place land. I can't relate. Yeah, literally, yep. Yeah, they got banned for 5 years after that. Final Four is perfect for 2nd year in a row if Duke wins. Wow. Well, last year wasn't like... I mean, you got all 1 seeds last year, but this would be an impressive one if you get Illinois. Escobar, yep. Free throw is good. And there's a whole 30 for 30 on that. Was really dark. Really good, but really dark. Yeah, USA Columbia, yep. Caden Boozer. It was more gang-related, though. Gongba. And Gongba feeds off up top to Boozer. Boozer from the left elbow. Trying to drive inside. Double team comes. Kicks out to the right corner. Caden Boozer open. Pump fake the 3. Driving on the baseline. Feeds it out to Cameron Boozer. On the left baseline. Can't get in the left corner. Rebound falls for UConn. Demery 3-on-1. Ball. Demery. Layup. Got it. 12-point game. UConn not going away quietly here. Demery's up to 4. Now Caden Boozer on the right side. Drives. Reed gets the block. Caravan gets the board. They had a slow start to the second half against TCU and against St. John's. In danger of that here, although they missed the transition through a Caravan on the far side. No, 30 for 30. I meant on the 2 Escobars. Right, no, that's Hillsborough, yeah. I was talking about the Escobars. 30 for 30 on the on what happened in '94 at the World Cup. Caravan 0 for 6, 0 for 4 from 3 at this point. Right, remember Hillsborough one, yeah. Right, they didn't have Heisel. They did not do one on Heisel. 3 ball up top. That one missed it short for Cameron Boozer. Rebound play for Mullins. Near side, Demery. Oh, no, I'm not surprised on that one, Joe said. I'm not surprised. Duke's a darn good team, and now they have Foster back and Ngongba back. They were banged up in that game against Siena. Caravan. Ball. Look, I had Virginia winning all in 2019, and they had a rough game against Gardner-Webb their first time out. Reed on the baseline, blocked from behind, his 3rd time getting rejected today, but they get the board back. 3 ball in the near corner, can't get it. Demery misses that. UConn can't buy a 3. Soar goes quick, finger roll on the right block, got it. Hey, that was scary, yes it was. Who wins? 23-2, 2015 Barcelona. Oh man, that's tough. I'm going Barcelona. That is tough. I'm going Barca on that one. Demery up top. For Mullins. Mullins back to Demery on the near side. Trying to feed it to Reed down low. Not there. Ngongba tight defense down. Feeds it to Reed. No help defense arrives. Reed the baby hook with the foul. He'll shoot 2. Ngongba getting called for that one. Team 6. So already in the bonus when we get back because Reed's going to shoot 2 here. Haven't let over 270 laughs. Wow. But Elliott wins. All right. If you like what you see, like, and subscribe. You know, ticking back to the 80s was insane. There were a lot of disasters back then. Yeah, football culture was awful in the 80s back in England. So Donnie, what he did for Italy and play for any other team, yeah, it would have been bad. It would have been really bad. Crazy because he became one of the greatest managers of all time. He won the Champions League like so many times for Real Madrid. Won 3? Let's say from Salvo Pancakes? I don't even know who that is. Who would have won it? Ooh, 2020, who would have won it? Oh, man, I really hope Dayton would have done it. I don't think it would have been. San Diego State was really good that year. I'm thinking either Duke had a chance. Kansas. Probably go Kansas. The worst washed star experiment. Ooh. The worst. Rafa Marquez was a hothead. Rafa Marquez was bad. U.S. men's against Everton. Man, I'd probably go Everton at this point. Yeah, hooliganism was terrible back then. Oh, yeah. The worst washed experiment. Henri was great. Rooney worked. Beckham was great. Messi's been phenomenal. Suarez worked. Schweinsteiger was okay for a little bit. I don't know what would be the worst one. I mean, Rafa Marquez was a hothead. Oh, wait, who? Wait, who, hang on. Wait. He played for Toronto. Wait. Oh, man. Oh, he played for Toronto. I've never heard of that, Toasted. Never even heard of that. Blue team good. What's one? I think so, too. What's supposed to shutout this weekend? Consider the opponent. Impressive shutout. Well, the Yankees allowing just one run against the Giants all series. BYU and Seton Hall. Oh, I doubt that. Oh, who... Was it Insigne? I think, yeah, it was Insigne, yes. It was Lorenzo Insigne. Yep, that's the one. Lorenzo Insigne was the worst. Lorenzo Insigne with Toronto was... Oh, that was a disaster. Oh, Psycho Dad? Oh, yes. No, yes, Psycho Dad. Yes, we've watched this video on stream. Yes. Yes, that one, yes. Oh, no, I've heard... Yes, I've heard of him. Yep. Never mind. I wasn't thinking. I was thinking something else. Yep. Psycho Dad, yes. We watched some of his things on stream. Yep. First one is good. Second one, Mrs. Short. Rigo's over to that trip. Yeah, no. No, it's funny. Yep. You know, I'm with you on that one, Toasted. Yep. I'm with you. Kind of funny. Backing away here. Caden Boozer on the right side. Foul on the floor. Is that going to go against Reed? Yeah, Muller's been good. Yeah. That go against Reed? That's going to go against UConn, obviously. It'll be their second. Giants can hit me, but one run is still impressive over 3 games. Oh, yes. No, yes. Yes, I've seen that. Yes. Something like that again. It's tougher now because YouTube's changed a lot. It's going to go against Mullins. That's his third. So at least I keep Reed out there. Inbound here to Ngangba. Yep, I know who you're talking about. Yep. And now the... I didn't know that was the name, but yes, I've seen those vids where like destroys the Xbox and whatnot. And PlayStation, yep. Down low, Ngangba, fouled. They'll get Smith on the call. I'll go to the line shooting 2. That's 3 on UConn. Yes, I've seen that. Oh, yeah, 3-0 is 3-0. 3-0 is 3-0. And after this game in summer, we're live for the Columbus-Louisville game for the UFL. Over on ESPN. First dead show was in 77, man. 63 years old. That's awesome. Ngangba, first one. Clanks it. Too strong. Ngangba was just 1 for 6 from the line last game against St. John's. Really struggled hitting his free throws. Second one for Ngangba. Got it. 1 for 2 that trip. Duke back up by 14. Now Smith gives off on the near side of the ball. Ball up top to Caravan. Swings it around the far side. Goes back for Smith. Smith picks set by Reed. Smith at half court. Feeds it to Caravan at the top. Caravan drives inside. Spins around his man. Kicks it back up top to Smith. Smith fakes the gift to Caravan. Now feeds it down low to Reed. No help defense. Gets by Ngangba. Then blocked by Ngangba, but a foul. Ngangba getting called for that one. That looked clean from here, but we'll see the replay. Balotelli in Atlanta. Oh, yeah. I remember that stunning pull with in the game against the Galaxy. That, like, Rabona kick that they got benched for in the friendly. Well, I didn't see that part, Neil. So Reed will go to the line to shoot 2. First one off the rim and in. Balotelli's been everywhere at this point, it feels like. He's a guy that what could have been. Like, he was so good, but he could have been so much better. Second free throw. Off the rim and in. Yeah, I didn't get that far in the series. But wow, that's a crazy plot twist. On the left side, Boozer. Feeds it to Cameron. Boozer down low. Caden to Cameron on the slam. on the left block. Cinderella turn was 13 North Texas. Put him in the file for you. I don't think that would happen. Smith. Pickoff ball set by Reed. Feeds it to Caravan. Back to Reed. Reverse layup. Gets the friendly roll. And Reed's starting to take over again for UConn like he did at the start of the first half. He's up to 19 points. Leading scorer for UConn, taking about half the offense. Cameron Boozer on the left side. It goes to Caden Boozer. Bad pass. Reed gets the steal. Reed, fast break. 10-point game. Absolutely Prince on that one. 21 points for Reed. Gets the steal up top without fouling. Now on the left side, Caden Boozer. Up top to Cameron Boozer. Back to Caden. Pick on the right side, set by Cameron. Kicks out to the left side, and Hamenya. Down low. Post up in the third block. Cameron Boozer. Foul by Reed. He'll shoot 2. That's 3 on Reed. That's big. That's a big one. On Heidi. I was never hiding this in the first place. That's a big one. Cameron Boozer going to the line to shoot 2, but more importantly, Reed's got 3 fouls. So he's got to be careful. The offense with Reed now on the floor and Ryba on the floor, it's looked night and day, and that's not a good thing. First one for Cameron Boozer. Gets it. 11-point game. Oh, yeah. I'll watch out on that one, Jackson. We all know what's coming. Boozer up to 19. He will not get to 20 there as he misses the second. Reed gets the board. Another board for him, and taking it down the floor here is Smith. Reed stays out there on 3 fouls. Mullins on 3, but he is not out there for UConn. Smith feeds it to Caravan on the near side. Trying to work up the near elbow on Sar. Back up top to Smith. Put on the right side by Caravan. Smith will feed it down low to Reed. Reed trying to work on Brown. Double team comes as Sar goes there. But behind the back pass, Caravan on the layup on the far block. What a feed by Reed. And Caravan. It's not hit from 3 today, but gets an easy layup after missing his first 6 field goals. Gets his 7th. And now it's down to single digits. Down to 9. Brown up top feeds it to Foster. He'll hold it at half court. Under 12 to go. Pick on the left side set by Cameron Boozer. Now pick on the right side by Boozer. Foster drives. 5 on the clock. Gets around. Layup. Can't get it. Tight defense there by Reed. Straight up. Ball will take it down the floor. There's always been about a 5-minute stretch in every second half this March Madness where Duke, I don't want to say falls asleep, but doesn't play well. This could be that stretch, but UConn can't buy a 3. Ball at the top, can't get it. Caravan can keep it in play. He can. Caravan dives into the bench, keeps it in play, goes to Reed, back to Ball, and now Smith holds it at half court. I'll slow things down. Pick on the right side by Caravan. Smith crossing over. Pick on the left side set by Reed. Pick and roll. Reed! The slam! 23 for Reed! Down to 7! Reed taking over. Duke will take a timeout. Hang on a second, folks. How's it going, Ninja Card fan? From the Flyers Stars game? Hopefully don't lose this one. Reed taking over. I'll put up another poll. We might have a game, folks. We might have ourselves a game. Reed's up to 23. UConn is just 1 for 16 from 3 this game. And yet they find themselves down by 7. They're getting looks from 3 as well. Bol is 0 for 5. Demery 0 for 3. Caravan 0 for 4. And yet despite all of that, don't give me hope. Reed, the only player with more than 7 points today for UConn, putting the team on his back. No one else has more than 7. Take Reed out of the equation, and UConn is 11 for 34 from the field, shooting 32%, and 1 for 16 from 3. Reed put the team on his back against Furman. leading scorer on the team this year, averaging close to a double-double. He's averaging a double-double this tournament. 2 double-doubles in 3 games this tournament. Had 20 last time out against Michigan State. 3rd time this tournament, he's up to 20. Duke does it again. It's even funnier the 2nd time. Again, like I said, there's always a 5-minute stretch in the second half where Duke just completely forgets how to play basketball. We saw it against TC with the turnover reserve possession. Saw it against St. John's when they trailed by double digits. Against Siena, we saw it too. There's always a 5-minute stretch for Duke where they just fall asleep at the wheel. I found an injury at Duke. Yep. Shire takes a timeout. Things getting a little bit interesting. Duke led by about 20 at one point. Is down to 7. If Duke wins, can't play this against Arizona. Nope, they got to play complete 40 minutes. They got to play a complete 40. No, it just says that. That's just his thing. He's not at the game. Yeah, Reed and Zuby, that was a fun battle. Oh, yeah, Zuby. Edgefer against Reed was so much fun in the Big East. 62% on Duke. It's definitely not what it was at the halftime break. They trail by 19. It's down to 7. Reed is still out there for UConn. Just got to keep him out of foul trouble, seeing as he's on 3. Up top for Brown. Brown guard up high by Reed. Goes on the right side for Evans. Evans crossing over up top. Trying to cross over on Ross. Kicks it out up top to Foster. Foster from the left elbow feeds it to Cameron Boozer in the paint. He's got 19. Cameron Boozer gets 21. From the left block, 9-point game. It does feel like that sports talk. It really does. I feel the same way. Smith takes it down. Goes on the far side for Caravan. Caravan on the far side goes to Ross. Ross pump fake. Up top, Ball. Weaving it around to Smith. Smith. Crossing over up top. 10 on the shot clock. Pick off ball on the right side. Set by Reed. Goes to Caravan. Fakes the 3. Working on Hymenia. To Reed now. Back to Caravan. Caravan looks to drive on the baseline on the near side. Working on Hymenia. Pass deflected. Back to Reed. Reed up top. Pass is stolen by Foster. Foster down the floor. And he'll put up the shot. Clean defense off the knee of Foster. Solo ball. Chases it down. We go to the under 12. How many got second place? Oh, wow. And no idea the shot clock. But a great transition defense there to keep it at single digits. Solo ball chasing it down against the block on Hymenia. It's been pretty quiet off the bench today. 58-49 your score. I'll put another poll up. If you like what you see, folks, hit that like button. Subscribe. It really does go a long way. Helps us out a ton. Click that link above or scan the QR code to watch most recent video. New one dropping tomorrow. We're talking about something with the 60s NFL draft. Took the batteries out of my road so I could play with it, and I won't play with it because we won't do anything anymore. Oh, man. He's learning. Yeah, it's not much contest. Yep. Well, if you're a UConn fan, makes sense. Makes sense as a UConn fan. You're glad it's not. You could have been best case scenario for Duke in that sequence. It could have been. If you like what you see, folks, hit that like button, subscribe. It does help us out a ton on the channel. Got a lot of people watching this one. Got a really good game on our hands. It's down by 19 at one point. It is now a 7, or it was a 7-point game. It's up to 9. But UConn's getting the ball. Reed leading the way with 23 again. He's the only player with more than 7 for UConn today. I still have Duke win until they take the lead. I get you. Duke looking to make it back to the Final Four for the second straight year. UConn looking to make it for the third time in the last 4 years. Right, yeah, much better game. Oh, yeah, well, Michigan-Tennessee was over after 15 minutes. Michigan-Tennessee looked like it had the makings of a good game, and then the 21-0 run happened. Everything just fell apart. I get you on that one, Jackson. I get you there. Yeah, it's interesting. I should leave so I don't jinx UConn. Yep, as soon as you stop watching, it gets interesting. That's the rule of sports. That's how sports works. NAL, Tebow would have gone in 8 figures. Easily 8 figures. He would have been the highest paid athlete of all time. Tim Tebow would have got in. Because at that point, he won a Natty. He won a Heisman. He was another Heisman finalist. He won another Natty. Interchanging with Chris Leak. He had the personality. Clean-cut guy. Easily marketable. Everyone loved him. Most NIL money of all time. Chokar Shire Davis. Well, if Shire loses this, it had to be that. If he presses buttons and they don't work, he flips the remote upside down. Oh, man. If you combine the Houston game and this, then it gets... Because the Houston game was nuts. The Houston game, I don't even know how that happened. The Houston game was just... It could have made NFL money in college football. Oh, yeah. He could have made more in college than the NFL. He's the only guy. Tebow, he transcended sports. Everyone knew Tim Tebow. Oh, yeah, Manziel. Oh, he would have been... Oh, man. I'm terrified of what would happen to Manziel if there was NIL money. Mullins, back in on 3 fouls. Goes to Caravan at half court. Feeds out on the far side behind the arc to Smith. Smith tries to drive on the near block. Finger roll. Gets it. He's able to get by Cameron Boozer off the switch. It's down to 7. No, Sheriff's on the hot seat. Not even close. No. Back-to-back 35-win seasons? No chance. They'd be Florida in the Natty? No, I think Florida wins that one. I think Clayton was just destined that year to win a Natty. Crossover here, driving inside. Foster loses the handle. Stripped away. Mullins taking it down. He'll try the 3. Line drive short. They're 1 for 17 from 3 today. If they were even 25% from 3, which is terrible, if they were even 25%, they're in front right now. But 1 for 17, and it bypassed a potential 2 to go for 3. Brown now up high on the right side. Feeds it Hamenia. Hamenia. Double team comes. Guarded by Mullins. Now we'll look to drive on the left side. 5 on the clock from the second block. Baby hook. Hamenia gets it. It was spent it all in a week. Yep. 9-point game. Yeah, the game we got one on his face. Oh, yeah. Timothy Tebow. Legendary tight end. UConn takes it down. Mullins up high. Reed is still in the game for UConn down low. Smith. At the top of the key. 12 on the shot clock. Gives off near side. Catch and shoot. Mullins. Offline. 1 for 18 from 3. Rockets fans having flashbacks right now. It's Cameron Boozer. Gets the board and will take it down. Yeah, no problem shooting 3s down by a lot. Yep. Well, now it's a 9-point game. You're not down by a lot at this point. Boozer. Like down by 19, that's one thing. Boozer. Trying to drive. No foul on either side. Misses the finger roll, though. Put back. There is a foul there. Twins manager got thrown after he argued ABS, so that's incredible. We have our first ABS ejection. I love that. Under 8 timeout. That's going to be 5 on UConn. Hurley is fuming about that. Let's see. There was no block or charge as Mullins took a tumble. Boozer. I know he grabbed the net. Yeah, that's best interference. UConn grabbed the net. They might take a look at this one. Right, if you keep shooting. No, exactly. We'd rather shoot better from 3 than UConn this game. Yeah. You know, second guessing it. I'm not second guessing some of these shots. The only one I was second guessing was the fast break. You take a 3 and 7-2. The other ones that are open. I mean, if they're open, you take them. But not on a fast break. Fast break, I go for the easy bucket. Unless it's a 3-point game. Like late. BW Falk with the fire. Appreciate you, man. Shire leaves Duke. Dealing with too many court storming and the trouble that comes with it. Yep. Yep, because every time the team beats Duke, it's mayhem. It's code red at that point. Code red. He's arguing with robots. I love that. Arguing against ejection and suspension? It should be, because it's not even people. You're arguing, like, you're not even correct. Like, at least if you're arguing against an ump, you can be correct. I go 3 for 30 and then 3 for 10. Was that Swaggy P? I think it was Swaggy P. Or Nick Young. I think it was Swaggy P. It's still very new. Or the math I got wrong. Yep. Well, I changed how math works, so it's like, yeah, it was 09. Yeah, it was a while ago, Jackson. Right, arguing balls and strikes to be mad, you have to use your challenges. Yeah. I get that, but if you're arguing with a robot. We're on the road to 72.9, potentially 73,000. We're about 40 subs away from 72.9. Help us get there. If you haven't done so, hit that like button, subscribe, help us out on the channel. 60-51 your score. So we got a good one here. A really good one here. Winner of this game takes on Illinois in the Final Four. On the left side of the bracket. The right side of the bracket, we know it's Michigan, Arizona. 2 1 seeds. Will we see a third one? I just saw the video. Arizona, yep. Shows because Hell's didn't do it immediately. There is some discretion there with like how many motions you can make. It was going to say basket interference. So no foul, but basket interference because he did tug the rim. So Boozer gets spread for the bucket. So it is an 11-point game. Boozer up to 23. One closer than 7. Well, it's not already over, but everyone's got to dig deep here. Smith gives off near side. Ball. In the near corner to Caravan. Feeds it down low to Reed. Reed, hooking foul going against Ngangba. That's 8 on Duke. 1-1 coming up. There was no help defense there, so the only strategy for Ngangba was just hook the arm. Otherwise, Reed would have the easy slam. They work it around the perimeter very nicely there to feed it to Reed. And the defender slipped too, making matters even worse. Ngangba's on 4 fouls, though, so he's got to be careful. Reed, first free throw good. The problem with that is that Ngangba's the only player on this team that's over 6'9". Of the guys that have played. It's not the guy on the team that's 6'11", but he's only played 5 games this season due to injury. Second one's no good. Yeah, it's hilarious. It is. Second free throw, no good. Reed goes 1 for 2 that trip. And Ngangba stays out there on 4 fouls. So you got to figure that's the plan. Target Reed down low and target Ngangba. Still on the way. And ball dives for the loose ball. At this point, if I'm UConn, my strategy, feed Reed down low, get him on Ngangba, and dare him to commit foul number 5. Demery. Pick-off ball set by Reed. Goes to the free throw line. Ball. Misses the shot. Rebound. UConn keeps it in play. Demery somehow runs into the scores table. It glitches out. The scores table, saw some green pixels on that one. Now down low. Reed has the matchup on Cameron Boozer. Gets inside. Working on Ngangba. Into the near corner. 3 ball. Demery. The second 3 of the game for UConn. After starting 1 for 18 from 3. They finally knock one down. It's down to 7. They're now 2 for 19 from 3. Malik Brown will check in next. Dead ball. You figure it's for Hamenia. Or excuse me, for Boozer. Ngangba, I mean. Kicks out to the right corner. Hamenia for 3 in the right corner. That one's good. They answer UConn's 3 with a 3 of their own. Hamenia in the right corner. Again, if you're UConn, what you got to do here, try and target Ngangba with Reed. It's on 4 fouls. They give it a Reed at the elbow. Now swings around up top. Goes for Demery. Demery guard up high by Cameron Boozer. Swings out to the far side. Ball drives inside. Ball from the second block. Kicks out to the far corner. Catch and shoot. 3 ball. Got it. Back-to-back threes for UConn. Timeout on the floor with 6:06. They started off 1 for 18 from 3. They made their last 2. Don't let the Huskies get hot. This game's getting good, folks. Put up another poll. Why the heck not? 7-point game. UConn starting to find their rhythm from 3. Back down to 7. It was 19 just a couple of moments ago. Again, if you like what you see, hit that like button so I have self-faith in Duke to pull this out. It's close. I don't know how this game is going. I don't know how this one's going to go. We have emojis in the chat. If you're a member, you can show your support for either one of these teams. After this game is done, Orlando-Columbus, final UFL game of the weekend slate. Both teams 2 timeouts left. 65-58. We're live for the entire Final Four. We're live for the championship game on Monday as well. You feel so sweet sometimes, yep. But for the most part, I'd say 80% of the threes that UConn shot been good looks. There's 20% like, I don't know about that, but there's about 80% of the shots from 3 that have been good looks. They just haven't been falling. Seven-point game. 6 to go. Back on our way here. And Ngongba's out. On 4 fouls. Malik Brown checks in. Goes up top. 3-ball. Line drive. Out. Too strong. Hamenya gets held. Trying to get the board. Loose ball foul. 5 on UConn. Hamenya's been solid off the bench this half offensively. Hit that corner 3 a couple of possessions ago. And now draws the foul. A second chance board. Oh, Coca-Cola is being used as an ice pack on Cameron Boozer. Speaking of Boozer, from the second block on the left side. Cameron Boozer working on Reed. Trying to draw his 4th foul. Will fade away instead. Misses short. And Reed gets the better of him and gets the board. Reed gives it off on the far side to Ball. 5.5 to go. Ball. Working on Hamenya. Goes up top to Caravan. Caravan dumps it to the far elbow. For Demery. Now on the far side. Foul on the floor against Duke. 1-1 coming up. That's 9. Can I cook the cool down? Yep. Free advertising. Yeah, taking screenshots of this chat from earlier. Oh, yeah. Yeah, with all the Heidies. I see it with all the Heidies. Malik Brown getting called for that one. As Reed just out-muscled him. So Reed will go to the line for a 1-1. Talafredis never had. To cut it to a 2-score game, Reed, first one. Too strong. But next one puts him in the double bonus. Hamenya gets to the board. That's 4 on Brown, 4 on Ngongba. So big men got to be careful. Brown stays out there on 4 fouls. Feeds it to the right side for Evans. Pick on the right side, set by Boozer. Evans fakes the step back, draws the foul. Got Ross off balance, and he'll shoot 2. From the right baseline, drew the foul. Yeah, Peter Mitchell's really good. Yeah, it's easier to watch shoot. It's on YouTube. They're saying last summer. Yep, they're saying Evans on the line shooting 2. I think Duke holds on, but the thing is that it hinges on Brown and Ngongba. Because they both have 4 fouls. If they both have 4 fouls and they foul out, UConn's going to feast down low. Reed's just going to put up Wilt Chamberlain kind of numbers. They'll bring Mullins in. You do kind of wonder, actually, do you go with a 2-big lineup? Do you go with Ryba as well? Take advantage of this, potentially. With a 2-big lineup. They're not going to. Ryba has not played this half. But do you potentially experiment with Ryba and Reed down low? Because Duke, their bigs are in so much foul trouble on 4. You have the height advantage. UConn rolls down the floor after both free throws are good. They're not going to do it. Demery. Cross it over up top. We'll go to Caravan. Caravan guarded by Hamenya up top. Kicks out to the near side in the corner. Now Reed down low on the feed from Mullins. Trying to post up here. Working on Brown. Feeds it to the baseline. The floater. Got it. Reed faked the baby hook. Found ball. Cutting. On the near side of the baseline. It's a 7-point game. Caden Boozer up top. We'll go left side to Brown. Now it's Hamenya. Hamenya feeds it on the cut. Second block layup. Can't get it. Evans misses. Guarded by Reed, who's only on 3 fouls. Playing tight defense down low, even in a bit of foul trouble. Demery holds it at half court. Pick up ball set by Reed on the far side. Goes to Caravan. Caravan through the legs. Nutmeg on the pass. Down to a 5-point game. Reed's up to 26. A nutmeg on that one. And Ngongba will check in at the under 4. Next dead ball. Kanan Boozer up top. Pick set by Cameron Boozer at the left elbow. Now resets. Goes to Hamenya on the right side. Hamenya guard up high by Ball. Goes to the top of the key for Cameron Boozer. To the left side to Evans. Evans looks to drive on the right side. He trips. Evans trips. UConn ball. Ball. Layup. And one. Cameron Boozer on the foul. Solo ball. Does it himself. And one. And we go to the under 4. With a chance to make it a 2-point game. Oh my goodness. With Duke's bigs in foul trouble as well. A little bit surprised Joseph on that one. A little bit surprised. And the foul. Oh my goodness. Hi, so normally I'm going to check right now. So much for the Duke whistle. Yeah, they Reed's up to 26, Demery up to 10. Yeah, the highest win probability. If you are wondering, 98.3%. No, wait, hang on. No. 98.4%. 98.4%. It is down to 77%. 98.4% was the highest probability. Was it 98.7? Was it as high as 98.7? Oh, man. Gosh. This is insanity. Oh, my goodness. Hurley's had a lot of crazy wins in his UConn career. This should be up there with the craziest. From a 19-point game. And again, Ngongba and Brown each have 4 fouls. That's the only height Duke offers. And Terrace Reed has been a beast all game. So this has a chance to get really ugly if the wrong people commit fouls. Because the best player on the floor all night has been Reed. He's been bullying down low as it is. And now if you get even more of a height advantage, and one coming up, and they're going to shoot 2 the rest of the way. UConn, a 72% free throw shooting team on the season. Oh, man. You got ES alert? All right. It's 98.7. Okay. Whoo, man. This is March, baby. So much for this being a crappy Elite Eight. And a crappy slate of games. So much for that. So the best one yet. UNC blew a 19-point lead earlier this tournament. A lot of Duke fans were laughing at that. How the tables have turned as the N1 is good, and it is down to a 2-point game. 3:30 to go. Cameron Boozer up high. To Ngongba. Kicks out left side to Sarr. Sarr down low to Boozer on the left side. Post up on the second block. Trying to work inside on Caravan. The shot gets it to go. Cameron Boozer steps up big time there. Back up to 4. Yeah, Lawler was good. Ross. I remember that one. Yeah, we were on the call for that one. Caravan kicks out on the far side of ball. Ball gives it off to Demery. Demery, pick on the right side, set by Reed. Demery now at the top of the key. Goes to ball. Fakes the catch and shoot three. Will drive inside, layup while falling down. No foul, tight defense. Hamenya gets the board, and Duke will slow things down. Yeah, not so easy, is it? Yep. Same North Carolina sucks at basketball. Except tie point. Caden Boozer gives off left side to Sarr. Sarr feeds to the Cameron Boozer at the second block on the left side. We'll post on the camera. Double team arrives. Kicks out to the right corner. Hamenya fakes the three. Drives inside on Ross. Layup. Can't get it. Tight defense there by Ross. Coming back for that one. And Ball will take it down. Pick set by Reed. Ball fakes the step back. He'll hold it. Feeds it to Reed at the far elbow. Reed on Ngongba. Gives it to Caravan. Caravan gets a pick from Reed. Thought about taking a three. Now resets at the top of the logo with Ball. On the near side, Demery. Pick on the left side by Reed. Pick and roll not there. Demery weaving it around to Ross. Down low to Reed. Reed, 5 on the clock. Spins around Boozer. Double team comes. Feeds it on the baseline. Demery fades away. It goes off the top of the backboard. And a shot clock violation with 2:06. So back-to-back bad possessions there. Scripper cooked the best for last. Yep. .206 to go. Duke clinging on by the skin of their teeth to a 4-point lead. They have not trailed this half. Boozer will inbound. Foster. He'll take it down. The junior guard advances it past half court on the right side. Give us off left side to Sarr. Sarr looking to feed it down low to Ngongba. And Caravan's going to get called for the reach-in foul. Yeah, I thought we were for a straight blow today. I thought so too. 1-1 coming up here. It's Caravan just tugging the jersey of Ngongba the whole way. Now again, Ngongba was 1 for 6 from the free throw line last game. 1 for 2 last trip. About to get double heartbreak in one day, potentially, yep. Right, so let's back to VCU, yes. Right, blow 19 in the first half versus blow 19 with 10 minutes to go to VCU. Ngongba at the line. He is 2 for his last 8 this tournament. First one of the 1-1. Got it. Clutch free throw there. 5-point game. Duke in the bonus now. Big set again, comrades. Illini, Michigan, 89-90. We could see it again. Could see it again. That's thinking a bit ahead. Second free throw. Ngongba. Misses short. Only 1 for 2 that trip. Reed gets the board. 5-point game. 1:46 to go. Demery. On the far side it goes. Moving around up top to Ball. Ball out wide to Demery. Demery going up high. Goes to Caravan. Catch and shoot 3 at the logo. Caravan. He cannot buy a 3 today. Rebound though falls for UConn. It's Ball. Reach and foul, 2 free throws coming up. So second chance opportunity there for UConn with 91 seconds. And they'll shoot 2. Solo Ball, 86% at the line. They'll get that one on Sarr. He was tugging the elbow. So Ball at the line. Caravan can't buy a 3. UConn again struggling from 3. 3 for 21 today. 14% if you do the math at home. Yeah, first to 100 wins. Yep, it's low. Sign baseball on NBC Sports Network. Yep. Yep, and Peacock. First one for Ball. He knocks down both. It's a 1-score game. Ball. Clanks the first. Not like him at all. Again, an 86% free throw shooter. Was perfect at the line against Michigan State last time out. Can't get the first. Ball's been perfect this tournament. Had it missed all month. He made his last 14 free throws. He hits the second. He'll check out. Ross checks in. And a bad miss there by Ball. Stays a 2-score game. Duke inbound. Bad pass, but Foster able to corral it. Getting tipped away by Mullins. Full court press. They break it. And then Ngongba will take it down the floor. Try to give it over at half court and wheel to Foster. Foster holds it at half court. Timeout, Duke, 1:20 to go. Oh, man. I'll put another poll up. 4-point game. Double bonus the rest of the way. That's a bad miss for Ball, though. Yet he had not missed all month before that free throw. After this game is done, we got the UFL. Columbus against Orlando. I'll redirect you to that stream. I want to win, but feels good to come back in it. Yeah, I mean, this is just a heavyweight fight. Whatever happens here, it's been a heavyweight fight. UConn's going to be less upset if they lose than Duke will be. If Duke loses this game, it'd be back-to-back years of a collapse. That would be heartbreaking for them. So confidence in Duke if they finish? I think they will too. LeVar cannot be happy with Evanis. All right. CBS saved this game for last. The DC Regionals lived up to the hype. Duke St. John's was great. UConn Michigan State was great. This game's been great. If you bought a ticket to all 3 games for DC, you got your money's worth. The heavyweight region, according to many, it has played out exactly like that. And John Shire's squad, it has not been the prettiest this half by any means. But 80 seconds away from a Final Four appearance for the 2nd straight year. They can hold on to this 4-point lead. Inbound here goes on the right side to Evans, back to the inbounder Foster. Duke 1 timeout, UConn with 2. Cameron Boozer up high, guarded by Reed on 3 fouls, 8 on the shot clock. Boozer, pick on the right side, set. Boozer tries to drive, loses the handle. Stolen away by Reed. As Mullins dove for that ball, UConn gets it back. Demery on the near side. Holds it. Goes up top to Caravan. Tries a 3. What a time to get your first. Caravan had been ice cold all game. Knocks it down. It is a 1-point game. He was 1 for 9 from the field before that. There is a 19-second difference. You don't need to foul. 19 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Boozer up high, guarded by Reed. Boozer spins around in the paint, puts it up, gets the friendly roll. 72-69. Shot clock turned off. How do you play this if you're UConn? I go for the quick 2, but they go timeout before. Oh my goodness, Boozer with the big bucket. You want to take the shot? Well, I'm going for the 2. You only have 7 fouls. You only have 7, so you can go for the 1 and 1. I'm going 2. Under 10 seconds, you go for the 3. But unless it's wide open, I'm playing for a 2. My heart too. I'm a neutral. Man, try to feed it to Reed, but you have a good chance at an and 1 with that. But I'm not going for a 3. I'm not playing for a 3. If it's there, you take it, but I'm not playing for it. Not with 27 seconds. Not with 27. Okay. Let's see what happens here. The timeout. Both teams have 1 left. Caravan, what a time for your first 3. It was 1 for 6 before that behind the arc. Or 0 for 6 before the behind the arc, I should say. And after this is done, UFL at 8 o'clock Eastern, Columbus against Louisville. Not that I'm even thinking about that right now, with how insane this game has been, how insane this entire East region has been in DC. But this is the second of 3 streams that we're doing today. Just keep that in mind. But Cameron Boozer Potential top 3 pick in the draft. Showing why today. Leading scorer for Duke this game. Here we go. Inbound from the near side. Caravan will inbound this ball. Do you go for the quick 2? They'll go into the backcourt for Demery. Demery to ball. Ball will hold it at half court. 25 seconds. Fake the give now. Gives to Demery. Pick on the left side. Set by Reed. Demery. They're taking a while here. They're taking a long time. Caravan now up top. Reed. Pick on the left side up high. Back to Demery. Demery trying to drive. Blocking foul. 2 free throws. But that took a lot of time off the clock. That's fine for Duke, actually. No 3 to tie it. And that took 18 seconds off the clock. You'll take that if you're Duke. 2 free throws coming up for Demery. 81% at the line this season. Originally from Raleigh, not too far from where Duke plays. Clanks the first! He had not missed a free throw all tournament. He was 6 for 6 at the line this tournament. And 15 for his last 16. Misses the first. And now if you make this, and Duke goes to the line, makes both, it's a 2-score game. Ball and Demery normally great at the line. Missed it at the worst possible time. Demery's second one. Got it. 2-point game. Duke has a timeout. They'll go full court press. No surprises. Run the baseline. Gives it up. Boozer. Double team back to the inbounder. Foster gives it across. Caden Boozer. Pass is tipped. UConn gets it. Caravan. No timeout. Mullins. Half court heave. From half court. Mullins. Caden Boozer throws it away. Mullins from half court. And UConn down 19. Now leads for the first time this half. Mullins from half court in one of the greatest shots in tournament history with .3. Braylon Mullins, the freshman, on the throwaway by Boozer. He was 0 for 4 from 3. Hits the half-court heave. They keep the timeout in their back pocket. And UConn leads by 1. In what might be one of the greatest comebacks of all time. Oh my goodness! Boozer tried the outlet pass off the double team. It was deflected by Mullins, who gets it back and shoots from half court. If he just held on to the ball, shoots 2 free throws, and he had knocked down both, and it's over. You didn't need to throw that ball. Caden Boozer was afraid of throwing that ball. He's an 80% free throw shooter. You didn't need to throw that. If you knock down both, it's over. And even if you don't, UConn's got 4 seconds left to go down the floor. I don't believe this. A horrible mistake by the freshman. And Duke will blow a 19-point lead as UConn is going to the Final Four for the 3rd time in the last 4 years. In one of the greatest finishes of all time. UConn moves on. For the 8th time in program history. And the third time in the last 4 years, Dan Hurley's squad is moving to the Final Four. Down goes the 1 seed. You're not firing Shire, no. No, but oh my God. Holy crap. There are some games that just leave you speechless. That's one of them. Kanan Boozer, just hold on to the ball. 80% free throw shooter. Just knock down both and you're in. Oh my God. Yeah, Illinois, UConn's going to be the first game. Michigan, Arizona second. England major tournaments, yeah. Down by 19. Turns out to be the game of the tournament. Holy crap. Better than Laner's Elite 8 shot? It's up there. Half-court heave to erase a 19-point deficit? Yeah, it might be. That truly might be one of the greatest shots of all time. That truly might be one of the greatest shots of all time. Dude can actually hit like crack. Yep. Connor with a tour. Coach K, team win this game? I think so. Up by 19, yeah. UConn will play Illinois. Oh my God. Yeah, the throw is even the Chris Ward timeout. Yep. 98.7%. Oh my God. Yeah, she can't believe it. A half-court heave. Their Boozer throws the ball away. A play we'll never forget. One of the greatest plays in the history of March Madness. And it sends UConn somehow to the Final Four. Did you nail the call? I'm assuming he did. I haven't heard the call yet, but oh my goodness. Had the over for 3 parlay? Oh, man. The win probability was 90% with 6 seconds to go. It was 98.7 for Duke with 1-3. Melly with a tour. Anybody it's UConn in March? Nope. Has Illinois ever played UConn in a Final Four? I do not believe so. I do not believe they have. Because UConn's only made it since 99. Illinois has made it twice since 99. They did not play in 05. So no, Illinois played Louisville. And they played UNC. Sports Talk with a 5. Appreciate your melody on that one. I don't care we get blown by Illinois. I'm so proud of this team. I don't blame you. Best shot since Laner? Oh, yeah. At least since Jenkins. At least since Jenkins. Best shot since Jenkins. This is top Savannah Nebraska. Yep, game of the tournament. By far. Blue blood against blue blood in the marquee window. Yep, by far. By far. This tops it. This tops that by far. That's the game of the tournament. Remember people were asking, was that the worst Elite Eight ever? When Duke was up by 19 and pulling away? Is that the worst Elite Eight ever? We got one of the greatest games of all time. We just got one of the greatest games of all time. Ran off in the regular season. What an ending. First one to lose after leading by 15.5. I think they were 132-0. Cost you $5,000? Holy cow. Oh my God, that's a lot of money. Wow. Duke had a 97.1% chance to beat Houston last year with 2:30 to go. Lost that game in the Final Four. 98.7% chance to win against UConn in the first half. They lost that one, too. Oh, my goodness. 134-1. UCLA Gonzaga with 6-5s. Yep. With Morrison, yep. You just probably see I'm supposed to be here for a while. Yep. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, we deserve that finish. I'm in awe. I'm in genuine awe of that. I'm in awe. That is one of the craziest endings I've ever seen in my life. Did the goofy meme, yep. So UConn against Illinois, Michigan against Arizona, and that's your Final Four. Dan Hurley in for the third time in the last 4 years. How's it going crazy? Oh, I was going crazy. Yeah, no, I haven't seen a finish was. Yep. That is one of the greatest finishes of all time. Like, legitimately. Legitimately one of the greatest finishes of all time. One of the greatest games. One of the greatest finishes. One of the greatest comebacks. They're not going to fire Shower. Back-to-back 35-win seasons, you're not firing him. One of the greatest games you'll ever see in your life. Yeah, I need to get the Mariners. Get back. Yeah. Glavin Garrett's also hits to lose his fashion. Yep. Truly one of the greatest finishes of all time. Just hold on to the ball. You had 4 seconds. There were 4 seconds left. He broke his TV? Oh, man. Yeah, legit on that one, JP. Yep. Boosie Boogeyman. But that's on Booster Bernanny, yep. Wow. 2 Carolina teams with 19-point leads. Yeah, Caden, yeah. Oh, man. UNC and Duke both with blown leads. Or I can't tell Calhoun's amount of titles. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, those two would be true. Yep. Oh, my God. I cannot believe that just happened. I am in genuine awe of that. Well, Caden Boozer, I'm not sure how much draft stock he had. I'm not sure how much Caden Boozer. Cameron Boozer is still going top 3. Back-to-back seasons for Duke of 35-plus wins. Back-to-back seasons ending in a collapse. You're not wrong on that one, Michael. You are not wrong there. NBA team that invited Shire to training camp in the early 2010s. I'm going to guess the Clippers. Can I take a wild guess and say the Clippers on that? Not Cibono, Illinois? No, you can't Cibono, Illinois. You're going to beat Arizona by 1 for late collapse for the Wildcats. Yeah, UConn's a dynasty in the 2020s. Yep. Find a nickel for every time a blue and white team lost tournament game, so I have a 19-point lead from North Carolina. 2 nickels. Here we go. Yeah, name from conference, name big. Yep. Big 10, Big East. Big 12. And just tweeted out. Is that the LA Celtics? Nice. See what Lakers won Hurley, better coach than JJ. Hurley's a darn good coach. Problem is, I think his style in the NBA would be terrible. His style in the NBA, players would tune him out. You turn blue in the face? Yep, you do. Oh my god. I'm in genuine awe of that. Professor diehard Duke fan? Oof. Oof. Yeah, my buddy from college it's his birthday today. He's a Duke fan. And I'm just gonna leave him be for a little bit. UConn versus Michigan, we have 2 teams alike. Yep, I get that. Should I get into coaches? No, that's not on him. That's not on him. That's on Caden Boozer for whatever reason. I don't know why. That's on Boozer deciding for some inexplicable reason to just not hold on to the ball instead of throwing it away. Because subs until next week, we'll call the UConn game. Oh, we're calling both Final Four games. Yep, both Final Four games. And we're going to be live for the championship. Worst birthday ever. Yeah, literally. Literally. Oh, my God. What a finish. What a game. One of the greatest games and finishes in the history of March Madness, and I do not say that lightly. If it's anything like that, the Final Four is going to be absolutely nuts. All right. Boozer draft stock suffers. Well, I'm not sure I had much to begin with. I'm not sure about Caden Boozer's draft stock to begin with. Cameron Boozer's going to be fine. Cameron Boozer's going to be more than fine. So, I'm going to say fiction. My emotional letdown? Yeah, I mean, you have a week. You do have a week to get ready. So, out of that. Michigan, UConn in the final. I'm leaning toward that. Yep. Yep, I'm leaning toward Michigan, UConn in the final. My pick of the start of the year was UConn. At the start of the year, I had UConn. I went away from it, and I should not have done that. All right. So, on that note, I did them in the Final Four. I did have UConn in my Final Four. I got 2 teams right. UConn, Michigan, I had them in the Final Four. All right, on that note, I'm going to sign off here. We'll be live in 30 minutes for the UFL game. Columbus against Orlando. Yeah, they started 1 for 18 for 3, and then they went 4 for their final 5. Basically, fumble on, nail down, pretty much. Final 4 on Saturday. We'll be live for the UFL game. Columbus against Orlando in a little bit. Take care. I'll see you guys in 30 minutes. UConn down by 19. Mullins the half-court heave. One of the greatest finishes of all time. Just appreciate you, Carter. I will see you guys in 30 for the UFL game. Take care. And this is freaking March.